Welcome to session 22 of Spelljammer.
Whoop.
Who has a recap?
I have a recap, or a log. This place appears to be... Rune's personal log, Midsummer. This place appears to be a god factory, helping to achieve the strange voices' main objectives, as far as I can tell. Oh, it took some of my blood as well. They are harvesting faith from the broken planet below. The faith directed at a god that might no longer be alive or was killed. It's very unclear. And the voice, when it took something from me, it took a part of me or parts of the other me's and has been making gods with it. I feel violated, robbed, and dirty, and I'm going to make them hurt. All of them, all the way back to where they came from, and in every iteration from here until the end of time and beyond. I refuse to be a victim in this, but I'm sure as the 9 hell's going to make some.
I feel bad.
You should.
You shouldn't. They should be scared. I didn't have time, though, to really process that, as Goon and Vaxis got whammied, and we needed to slide Goon and Vaxis back into the room using a grease spell.
Always on hand to move some chaps with a grease spell.
When Vaxis finally came round, he had this look in his eyes like he was done with all the fate and other people controlling his life. But before he could throw his sword into the machine, the voice sicked a bunch of his half-finished Cruella units on him. But now with the fighting done, and I was in a room alone with DC-05, the nascent god, and I made a choice. I don't know if it was the right one, but I gave it a chance, and maybe the first words I'd heard to be good, it will do some. Are they my children? Are they linked to me? Is whatever harm they've caused my fault? I don't know for sure, but I guess the next one I'll meet, I'll have some news for. Oh, and then the whole station exploded as we ran away, but that seemed far less important than the god creation bit. And I think I saw Vaxis throw his sword into the machine as we were running. Anyways, everyone made it out okay, but though there was a few moments where I think Vaxis passed out for a moment. That's the recap.
Well done. Point of inspiration for you.
Thank you.
Before we get started on our little journey today, which I'm led to believe is another waystone, who would like help from Destiny?
So you and me.
Do you want
You want to roll off?
it? Yeah, what we're rolling.
D20?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to use the good one. 16.
16.
1.
That's me.
See?
Yeah.
God. That was on the other die as well.
Wow.
If I'd used the other one, it would have been an 18.
Whilst having a look at that, do you mind grabbing the waystone off the board?
Transmission Incepted. That's Divine Convergence. Plea from Across the Void.
That's the one.
This is the one with the unfortunate kerning on the word flickers.
Yes. Can we also unmute the table?
Ooh. Of course, yes.
No, this is for...
Oh, it's for us. Okay.
Yes.
Plea from across the void, familiar yet alone. Memories guide through motions. Hope flickers in darkness. Echoes of past rescues. Appeal for connection. Rescue awaits. Recognition in distant voice. Fragile bond rekindling. Answer the call.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
That's fine, you're not supposed to. Creepy robot. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. So after the excitement of the exit from the workshop, you reach a point towards the edge of the Cambia system where things have just calmed down a little bit. And you have a moment to collect yourselves. You insert the waystone into the helm and prepare to activate it. Who is piloting the ship? Anything you want to do before you go?
I do have one question, which is, now that the waystone managed to bring us here, are we manually piloting the ship away from it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm happy. I've plenty of spell slots if you want me to.
Vaxis would volunteer, but he'd look very bad. Yes, I'll
Yes. Why don't you take a sit down for an hour?
Yeah.
Eat this. I'll hand you a big bag, like a Costco bag of jerky. And then like a little paper cup with 3 green pills in it. Right, eat those and that. You have a
Okay,
nice
he puts the entire pill pot in his mouth. Can I assume all the little
I
paper
produce
ones?
it from rice paper, so it is edible.
That's fine. Was that for humanoids?
Yes, well, all my medicine is for humanoids.
Oh, right, that's fine. I was just checking because you never know. I need to check in with Goon because Baxis went weird after what happened to him.
sounds
We
good.
didn't.
Are you
ask
okay?
him. Angry.
Cross. I can tell you're cross.
Angry is high on the list at the moment, but I've destroyed one of them and made the other one run like a bitch. So
Well,
I'm
you
doing
have-
well.
You have
That's
my full
I
support.
haven't thought about it now, but yeah.
You have my full support in wreaking your bloody vengeance across the cosmos.
I want to know where they came from and take it up
System
with their
Prime.
yes, and take it up with their makers.
What if I could punch a planet into it?
What are those
I
do?
don't want to punch the planet. Just whoever made those particular AIs with the apparent flagrant disregard for consent and informed consent.
Yes.
Well, yeah, no, I'll help you punch
Thing.
Jack's
everyone
chose
who was involved in that.
Fair enough.
Ignore me.
Or I'll hit him with a
No,
bookcase and
I
throw
think,
it
I
at
think
that.
he was
I
going
imagine
to,
they're all
the
happy, healthy,
bracelet
and alive,
yeah.
and I want to make them not so.
Yes.
No, great. Works for me. Well, tell you what. Yes, I shall get on piloting. You have a nice sit down. Do you want to go and talk to?
Dragoon, yes.
I will clap you on the shoulders and the biceps at the same time. Go. Good luck, and I will guidance you.
Thank you.
Maxis goes and air chairs above a chair to sit down.
Even no cheat days.
No
cheat
cheat
days.
days.
So yeah, Rune goes to find Goon.
Maxis has never sat down.
10 2.
10, 2, and whatever this
5.
is.
4 and 8.
Probably that one, I think.
Okay.
Would be interesting.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
So where do I find Goon?
Right, sorry. Sorry, let me get back. I've been looking at things.
You got it, buddy.
You had treasures, it's fine.
Yeah. Probably immediately after, probably resting up in the. Oh, great, yeah. Probably resting up in the bunk, I'd imagine, because he was quite
Yeah,
injured.
yeah,
like he was
for me.
patched up.
Did
I think.
I give you a healer's kit?
You
Yeah.
did, yes. Yeah,
So-
yeah. Hello.
Hello, are you alright? Because I'm checking in because Vaxis got whammied and then threw his sword, which is uncharacteristic. I know you haven't noticed that long, but that's uncharacteristics. He loved that sword. A lot. So I'm checking in with you to make sure whatever happened to you, you're okay?
He kind of looks himself over and goes, yeah, looks all fine. Like it hurts.
Vaxis said he saw something.
Well, I saw the I saw the creature that we encountered in our previous mission.
No, the spider thing.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with the spider things? You
Yes.
mentioned you were on a ship with them.
Yes, and they came and ate all of my crew.
Right, okay. Yes, that's a fair... Yes, I have a similar experience. A bunch of... Not spider things, but like tentacly monsters.
Oh.
They came and ate a bunch of my crew.
Don't they work for the
Family.
same?
Maybe? I don't know much about them. I never
No.
bothered to do much research. I probably will now. I've been going on like a bit of a kick to go, find my family and find out what happened to them because I got blown off the ship and then kind of drifted a bit for a while.
Were your family on the ship at the same time?
Yes. The things attacked the ship, and when they attacked, they started eating and enslaving and doing the things that those creatures do, and then I got blown off the ship and then ended up elsewhere.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to liberate your parents.
Well, I'm
or-
just trying to find out what happened to them. I thought I saw the ship explode afterwards, but then I could be mistaken, and maybe they're all okay.
Well, if it was attacked and for the purposes of enslaving people, they probably wouldn't want to blow it up until
Well,
they've got back up.
I don't know what happened. It gets a bit hazy around that point.
I see. Yeah, you could have asked the machine.
It doesn't like to tell me anything about my future or past. It specifically is a whole kind of black hole. I asked it specifically when was the first time it interfered with my life, and it said classified.
Yeah, because you're asking about your life. But if you asked about your parents' life,
I hadn't considered that.
You may
Find a loophole.
This may come off as slightly blunt, as I may have a concussion, but you should be prepared that it may give you a very definitive answer of.
I do, but at least that's an answer. Better than not knowing at this point. I thought I was better off not knowing.
If they're no longer part of your journey.
I might not even know. It might be like, that's irrelevant information. I don't care. We need to find another one of them, and I need to not piss it off immediately.
But you, from what I worked out, we have done this previously.
Yes.
Although not me every time, and possibly not you every time. But we have done this enough times that you have asked it questions before.
Yes, in other iterations of myself, yes.
And it appears like it can store certain tasks. So perhaps in a previous iteration, you have asked where they are.
I have a feeling if my iterations are anything like me, I'm not friendly with them.
No. Well,
I think I'm violently antagonistic, and given their nature and mine.
Yeah. The exploding station behind us is. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That was a better result for me.
Out of character, also I'm not hearing this on driving, but they did say that was the first time we'd ever fought that.
That's true.
So it would be interesting next time we speak to another
it's going to be a lot more cautious.
Ask if we have, because that was the first time we'd fought that one. I'm curious to ask if we'd ever fought any of them before.
Yeah.
It's only the 5th time you've been to that one as well.
Yeah.
Because it depends whether your love for knowledge outweighs your hatred for them. Because you have something that they want.
But I think I can find the knowledge I want about my family in other means.
Then do so.
I will. So this has turned around on me somehow. You're okay.
Yeah. Cracking headache. But the the mantis guys patch me up.
Cream. Don't call him a mantis. I don't like that.
Apologies. Sorry. Is that the terminology now? I didn't mean to be racist.
No. Just call him Aito. Yeah, that will serve you much better.
I think at this point you hear slight telepathically, no, call me Dr. James.
Oh, God. No, Dr. James, I'm on the so it's a lot. It's a lot.
James,
Right.
Dr. James, calling Dr. James.
Right. Anyways, if you need to talk or you're...
Well, it sounds like you need to talk.
Well, I just have a tendency to overshare. Anyways, have a good time.
You have a lot to share. But yes, that's fine. I'll rest up. As I say, mild concussion.
Okay.
Apologies if I was racist.
I always get more racist when I concuss.
You weren't racist to me, though, and I'm
it was
confused.
more. It was more to. I can't see where he is, but he can clearly hear us. So
as long as you aren't more than 120 feet away.
That's the thing. I have talked to him about the privacy thing. It hasn't really sunk in quite because he comes from a very, very large family.
Yes, he offered.
It's being part of a hive mind.
Yes. He offered dietary tips while I was in the bathroom. That was very disconcerting.
That's inaccurate.
It was. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna go have a sleep. I'll be fine, and you'll be fine.
to go.
Yeah.
I have two things.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very quick both.
Yeah.
The first is we're getting a long rest on the way there, yeah?
Yes.
I think if you guys do take over at any point and drive, I think Ido will obviously spend 4 hours of that, but one of the things I'll do is deactivate the infusion I have that gives me repeating shot on the crossbow and activate Homunculus Servant. So I think you'll see there is the hubcaps of the wheels on the wheelchair. One of them sort of iris is open and a little sort of droideca thing just out there. And the other is Ido.
Gnocchi, wait.
Ido is cognizant in more ways than I am that these guys had their memories messed with,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that mine wasn't last time I checked.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, every time I do a rest from here on out of any kind, like short or long, I'm always going to be.
I can have that permanently.
Go in. I'm going to because it takes 22 minutes to
Yeah.
cast Identified Detect Magic to just do both.
Yeah.
I think basically any time before I would go
Yeah.
to sleep or before these
Yeah.
guys would go to sleep, I'm just going to just
Yeah.
pop that.
If only you
very-
had Destiny's help today. Who knows?
Well, here's the thing. It's interesting either way. Cool. Yeah, that's it.
Could I get a spell jamming check at disadvantage, please?
Disadvantage.
Yes, please.
Disadvantage, you say? You say disadvantage?
Yes.
The disadvantage?
All your
25.
rolls are at disadvantage.
25.
25. God,
It's a 17 and a nat 20.
cool.
Wow.
So you
Which one did the evil dice do?
Blue 20.
Wow.
You plug the waystone into the helm. It starts to activate. You notice that as it starts to sort of turn and face the direction it's going to go in, it's acting a little bit sluggish, but the moment goes pretty quickly, and it's
Can I
controlling.
make any
normally.
kind of check to work out if
Sure.
there is sabotage
Mhm.
or anything? What kind of thing would that be?
Roll me another spell jamming check.
Okay. At disadvantage again,
Yep.
or 17.
So you have spoken to both, I believe it was Jex, and I believe it was Rune this time, who are controlling the Spelljammer ships as you
On
approach
the
the
way to
Celestial
the
stations.
waystations, yeah.
And they both described how they lost control. It doesn't quite feel like that, but it feels like there is some influence on the ship.
Are we moving through what would be the spell check? We're moving out of the gravity well, or is this the actual control of the ship?
This is
by
the control
waystone?
of the ship. This is not
So this is internal to our vessel
Yeah.
rather than.
Feels like another hand on the till.
like
kind of thing.
you've all had experience of flying around planets. It's nothing to do with gravity. It's not a natural force that's
Yeah,
influencing
this
the
is
ship. At the
part of the magic of the waystone fragment.
of the spell, how you're interfacing with the ship.
But how the little tile interfaces.
It's
with
nothing
our-
to do with the waystone tile.
Oh, okay.
Because when Jex took it to the first Chronifer station, that wasn't a waystone.
Okay, that is interesting. Cool. Great. No, thank you. Cool.
Can you remind me what the waystone said in primarily for Mace? There we go. Thank you. So possibly a rescue mission. Okay, I will change my prepared spells.
Did we tell Goon where we were going?
Wouldn't you? Because you were with us when we left the academy.
Correct.
Yeah, so you would know where we were going.
Yeah.
We already had a plan.
It's fine.
As per, because the first one I rolled was an 8, everyone gets 13 temporary hit points to be going on with, which only cost me a spell slot, which is nice.
13.
I do love that.
Yeah. Artificer 3rd level is just fucking great.
So you turn to face the ship into the astral sea. It begins to engulf the ship, and you are once more consumed by star stuff. The trip itself is calm for the most part. Time and space collapse together in an uncertain dance of coloured nebula all around you. You're never quite sure how long it really takes for you to get anywhere. It always just kind of feels about an appropriate amount of time, and you always feel refreshed coming out of it, which is why you're getting a long rest. But towards the end of the journey, the apparent end of your journey, when the fog of whatever the astral sea is comprised of releases its hold on your perceptions, you notice that it's starting to grow darker. Like the colourful patterns of the fog and nebula are dimming, and even in this tranquil space, a gust of wind picks up, rattling the ropes around the mast, and your sails give out a little flutter in a space where there's supposedly no wind. The crystal-infused waystone starts to consume itself, signalling that you're reaching the end of your trip, but you're not quite out of the astral sea yet. Normally this is where you emerge from somewhere into a place. But that said, it appears you have your wits back about you, but your ship is adrift, almost like floating down a river.
So the location this is taking us to is within the astral sea, not within real space.
Who can tell?
Can I tell?
Roll me a spell jamming check.
Disadvantage?
No.
19.
It's like being on a pleasure cruise.
Vaxis was just going,
If only we had a pina colada.
So you look at the waystone, and if you remember from when you went to the celestial station, it's kind of been taken over by that etheric radiation as the inky blackness of whatever infused it kind of took over. You're like 1%, 0.5% away from it completing it. You're not quite there, but even at this point you expect to be spat out somewhere.
We'll be there imminently.
Yeah.
Vaxis is going to just poke his head out the side and just have a look around, see if he can see anything.
So you're still in this weird astral sea nebula fog, but the shadow of something passes by you. It's quite big. A rock? Asteroid, maybe? You wait a few more seconds, another one passes on the other side, almost like the Titanic going past an iceberg, and you can just feel the presence of it, even if you're not colliding with it.
Is it like swimming?
No.
Well, that's rather mysterious.
Does it seem like it might be... Oh, I suppose too difficult to make out any distinctive features, isn't it?
No, it's just star stuff and shadow.
So it's not like debris that seems to fit together?
Doesn't seem like it. Feels natural. It doesn't feel like a ship. It feels like the immense bulk of a physical object that is natural rather than man-made.
Can we sort of kind of like leave orderly at the helm, controlling the wheel, and then sort of fly up to the crow's nest and see if I can look out for anything that doesn't seem like it should naturally be here?
Sure.
Can I guidance myself on this one?
You cannot.
Great note.
For the rest of this session, you cannot use guidance.
Interesting. Am I cut off from my hive mind?
Yes.
Oh. Can I still telepathically communicate with these guys?
Where your hive mind now?
Was that spell jamming, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
17.
So, up ahead, you can see yet another shadow, much, much larger than the one that passed you a second ago, and you're heading straight for it. It is massive.
Okay.
Do we want to be going towards the big giant shadow? We don't know what it is. Should we stop?
Well, do we have any control? I mean, last time.
I don't know.
We could ask Vaxis to try and stop.
Is the ship continuing to move?
At the moment, you've instructed it to go to the waystone. You haven't asked it to stop.
Well,
you can
there's-
do if you would like to try.
We're heading.
Vaxis, stop.
Well, I mean, you're piloting it.
Oh, you're piloting.
Well,
Oh.
Left
okay.
the orderly just like locking the wheel in place, but I'll fly back down and can we stop the ship?
Yeah.
Can we get any better look at any of these things if we like sit and wait for a while, see if any do come closer?
No.
Okay.
Can I just yell out into the void? Hello, we got your message. We're here to help.
No
Hello.
response.
Okay.
Looking at the big shape ahead that we were heading directly towards, can I see any kind of distinguishing features?
Roll me a perception check. At disadvantage.
Yeah, I was worried you were going to say that.
Well, he's doing that. Can I pull out the scrying orb
Yeah.
and just be like, tap that? Can you hear me? You don't see
But it
shit.
was natural 18 was the first one, and then big fat one.
You don't notice anything, just a big shadowy blob ahead of you.
Hello? Is this?
It flickers and then dies.
Oh, that's probably bad.
That is this.
The orby things we got. No connection.
Okay,
Are you okay?
Yes, I suddenly feel a tremendous urge to run away from spiders, go to the gym, and avenge my parents.
Roll me
Which
another
is odd.
perception check.
I'd love to. Ooh, that's good. 22.
The ship is slowly moving forward again.
Okay, so the waystone has taken over it, or
Nope. It has like a gravity at this point.
we're being pulled in, chaps.
Okay, maybe reverse.
It's like you've stopped in a
thrusters.
river. There is a current here.
Okay.
Maybe like
but
paddle backwards, just enough to keep us in place.
Are
Well-
we able to? So, if we just give it the test, are we theoretically able to just leave this place right now if we
Yep.
wanted to? Okay, so we're going towards, I think, what we're seeking. So
Yeah, I say we
That's a good point.
we let it take us. I mean, the last one, it looked like we were going to crash into a planet, but we docked. So
Well, I mean, my suggestion was to
active.
my suggestion was to tie a rope to a ballista bolt and fire that not at the thing but next to it, and I'll hold on to the ballista, and then you guys pull me back when I'm far.
Is the
Do you just want to be fired out of a ballista?
No,
is this the
Not a hope in hell.
natural 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
but it might come down to the roller.
Which comes down to a 19.
You have a negative. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, that was looking at the wrong thing. No, sorry, it's a 21. I
Okay.
thought the minus was a I thought positive was a minus.
Oh, I see. Okay. Insight. I'm using it. One of these. Okay.
How far away do these dark shapes appear to be?
Oh,
So the ones that are past you,
don't give it.
100 meters or so. The one up ahead, half a kilometre away from you.
Okay, so it's not like they are interminable space away. It is that they are.
They are.
Meanwhile, while I
So
was having a thing, like Rune is
there is
tying
a-
a rope around. I'm like, that's tight.
Relative.
Yeah, that'll
It's so hard to ignore what's going on. As a player, not a character.
It's a bit
So,
tighter now.
although we are in the, there is a
Oh, that's good.
at
Resistance.
least relative presence of dimension and distance
Yes, and
in response to our physical forms rather than our astral forms.
correct. You're never quite sure of your physical form whilst you're in the astral sea. The one thing that you do know is that you have not been enveloped by the air envelope of anything else. So when you go near asteroids, if you get too close, your air envelopes will combine. So there's a single shared gravity, single shared plane of gravity.
So we're basically running on our own life support right now.
Yes.
So
Interesting.
Rune will tap. As you're kind of like thinking about this, like
Yeah,
as I tap you on
so
the shoulder.
we
I
might-
need.
if we go out there, we're probably going to asphyxiate and die very horribly.
I don't.
Yes?
I need your help. I need to help aiming.
Aiming.
My axis. You see him like rope around his waist.
Rope tied to its resistance band so that's around his waist.
Right.
What instructions have you given your orderly?
Just hold the wheel in place and keep
Okay.
it going in the same direction as it was, and don't increase speed. Don't.
Would it alert you if anything changes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has intelligence. Like it has more than a bestial intelligence. I think it's 11. So.
Roll me its perception check.
16.
Get like an opposed shudder at the wheel.
I shall go back and check upon it. Are you thinking of firing Vaxus out there?
Well, yes, he seems
Don't,
like
he'll die.
Wait,
Oh.
yeah. And
He'll
why,
die.
why are we
Oh.
firing back?
Oh.
He said he didn't want to, because you asked him, are you just doing it because you want to be fired from a
Well, yes,
ballista?
if he
And he's-
just does it.
and he said no, so let's find someone else. If he
No. He doesn't want to do the. He doesn't want to just do the thing, as in he's.
oh, you
that's
still
not-
want to do
I
it?
still want to do it, I just got a purpose for it.
Yeah.
Honest.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
Can
poorly
I
on
make a
my-
mechanical query?
Sure.
So I know we fluffed Ido's cleric levels as his connection to the hive mind because he's a knowledge cleric. The fact that I can't cast guidance, does that mean I won't have any access to my cleric levels as we go through? I'm perfectly happy for that to be the case because that is quite interesting.
Maybe no spell casting, but you do
That
get...
feels too bad of a punishment for you. I'm going to say you've got access to it now, but I think the important thing is you're not getting any external help here.
Cool. Yeah.
You've got what you've already learned.
So I've got like my prepared
Oh.
spells and stuff. But
Oh, and I suppose presumably if you remained here in this state, you wouldn't regain
You wouldn't
these spell
regain,
slots on a
yeah.
long rest.
Interesting.
So
Very
you
good.
charged up the
So,
batteries.
right, he'll die if he leaves the confines of the ship right now.
No.
Oh,
Because I can do this. And I tap Vaxis on the forehead and I cast air bubble that I got from the Chewinga at the fishing trip fucking 15 sessions ago.
oh,
I've been
So-
waiting for an
Excellent
excuse.
use of that.
So
Thank
now-
you
Have
very
a
much.
point of inspiration.
Thank you very much indeed.
So now I can. I still need somebody to
Yeah,
range
you've seen
find.
like a big, and it is. I think it has. It's a mixture of like Chewinga magic and a little device that is propelling the air bubble. That I just tap on there and it's enveloped his head.
Okay.
Should be fine now.
Okay, so
in
I-
theory.
I need to help you. I want to make the shot count, so I'm going to need your help range finding.
Jolly good.
So I'll take a shot with advantage, hopefully, as long as you allow it.
To throw.
To shoot the harpoon off of our ballista
Uh-huh.
and have it drag Vaxis across the skies.
What?
Okay, so what I'm saying is we could shoot the ballista first and have him shoot along the rope. I don't know
But,
if you,
we're not aiming to have it stick into the thing.
no, but it will at least go.
But then how will I get out there because I'll just be pulling it back while climbing along the rope?
I think he wants to be fired out of the ballista.
Oh, well, no, fair.
Well, that will also be kind
But he
of cool.
said he
But it's
assured
not
me
my
he
main
didn't.
reason.
I
he didn't
simply
want to
mean
just
it's,
do
it's a
that.
question of conservation of momentum. If you're trying to fire Vaxis out of a big crossbow, that's not a big enough crossbow.
Oh.
I mean, I'll also jump at the same time.
Oh. Okay.
That'll do it.
While this is happening, can I activate my telepathic crystal? It's only within 60 feet, but for the next hour, I can perceive the content of any telepathic communication.
So 15 is on the die.
Okay.
Plus 4 for my dex, 9. I don't think I'm proficient with ballistas, especially ones attached to Vaxes. This is
Vaxis.
Vaxes? 19 to
So it
shoot it
doesn't matter if it's
close.
horizontal or vertical axis.
Why?
Zed.
So you get shot out. How long is the rope that you're using?
What's the longest rope we can fashion out on this ship?
Yeah, some long ropes.
I mean, I've got 150 or
Okay,
something,
yeah,
so...
yeah.
Well, can we keep him within inside at least your telepathic range?
Not if it's 150.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's 120,
Yeah.
that way he can signal he wants to come
Yeah,
back.
let's stick one in about 420 feet of rope, and then we can...
Yeah, I will just tug. If
Yeah, he
I will
goes.
pull myself back along the rope, doing intense arm cardio. And if you feel something pulling the rope, then you reel it back.
Do we lose sight of him at like a certain point? Like, do we like?
Yeah,
add,
like it's just like it doesn't look it from where you are because you're just staring out into a beautiful nebula. But actually, this astral sea stuff is just really thick fog.
Phlogiston.
So she
Yeah.
goes and disappears.
And he kind of disappears. The rope is still sort of trailing along. The momentum continues.
Axis, what can you hear? See?
I see this phlogiston stuff.
Ask him what he can smell.
What can you smell? Dead people. No, that's a play. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, the seventh sense.
You're still in the astral sea, so it smells quite nice because it's a thing that is touching your perceptions and
I have an incredibly relevant fact that is a divergence. May I share it?
go for it.
So, spectroscopic analysis of distant galaxies has revealed that one of the more common ester-based chemicals in distant galaxies and distant nebulae is butanol butanoate, which means that on average, the universe smells slightly of raspberries.
Ah, that's quite lovely.
That's one of mine from the planetarium when I was working as a
Nice.
science
Nice.
communicator. It's a really nice one.
So you say this is touching Vax's perception. So would you say that it smells like things that are comforting to him?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, yeah, Vax is going to say it smells like an old library.
I was worried.
Protein powder.
Yeah, I was going for protein powder. That's
And fresh cut grass.
Oh god.
And 4
And
pounds
chalk.
of boiled chicken. Cod. Lots of cod.
And the chalky stuff gets in the air after you chalk up and then clap your hands together.
I think he may be going insane out there. The isolation.
Perhaps we should go in then.
As you get further away, then, as the rope starts to tighten, the fog starts to clear in front of you, and you spot. It looks like an island.
Ooh, island. Just floating freely in the sea.
Absolutely, there's still a bit of fog, so you can't quite. But that's the impression that you're getting. There's some free floating island ahead of you.
Is that the only one such that we've seen?
Yes.
There is only one appropriate thing you should yell out now.
Land ho.
Who are you calling a hoe?
Well, Vaxis is going to. How well does a voice travel through all this? Like, do I need to get back within telepathic range?
No,
You
you can
talk
probably shout.
mentally.
You can probably shout at these guys.
Alright, in that case, yeah, you just hear a land ho!
Oh, jolly good.
Oh,
Well,
Wait.
reel him in, we'll drive.
right. Good.
Yeah. I'll begin to reel it in.
No, I wouldn't be able to. You're probably the one because you'll pull him too fast and he'll smash into the side of the ship like an iceberg.
Well, I think you'd enjoy it. And I know
As
mending.
you get pulled in, you're instantly turned around to start facing the ship. Your telepathic crystal goes off, and I'm going to unmute this. I don't know how loud it's going to be, but in your telepathic crystal, you hear. And you see dozens of probes unhooking themselves from the bottom of your ship, heading towards the island.
Dozens.
Do these look like the
That's
Coronica
concerning.
probes?
Absolutely.
So we see them just go.
Yeah, as I'm reeling you in, do I see all
As you're looking over, you can just see through the thick
That's a
fog.
concern.
Did we just shell someone?
I don't think that's. I think that's. We were about to
Can
be
I
in
try to
danger,
grapple one of them?
Oh, I see.
which came from the place we just came from.
So these are all things that are meant to forswear things that were about to happen to us here.
Yes.
Well, not necessarily to us. Maybe it was predicted that we would go here, and these things can't travel
No,
at a super fast, so they're hitchhiking.
but they're specifically going to where we were going to go.
Yes, that is
All of them going directly to the
Oh, yes.
island.
yeah, that is a great concern. But
Should we? I think we should stop.
Yeah,
them.
Vaxis is going to try and grab one.
Ooh.
So they are coming from the bottom of your ship, and
You're
you're
fishing
from
with
the
axes.
top of your ship. So how are you going to grab them at this distance?
You don't have your sword.
Who cares about the sword?
What, bloody ages on that scale.
You'd have a. You'd be like. You'd have a hook. You can use a harpoon. You could throw the harpoon.
Yeah, I'll unhook the harpoon.
Sure.
Tie my own rope to it real quick.
Trying to match
Oh.
your trajectory coming back, trying to match its trajectory going out. The DC is 20.
so hold on, just so that I understand the mechanic. Am I now reeling in
A loose
a
rope.
loose rope? Because you would have had to cut a bit off to attach it.
No, Vaxis has another rope.
Oh,
So you-
However,
unhook the thing.
yeah,
Should.
I think it might be a case of he's now actually got the original rope in his teeth though, because he had to untie it from the harpoon.
Why not? Yeah, sure. And then hurl.
Ah! So we get just a loose slash rope back.
We hear dung.
Well, you know what? That's concerning.
A little bit.
I don't think.
I
I've
think
got-
those probes might have been too slow. I think he might be dead.
I don't think he's dead. He's very hard to kill. I have to hope he's not dead.
I don't think I can rub any funk on this. So all I've got is a +8.
That's all.
Hey, you can do marvellous things with a +8. I know that very well.
No, that's 24.
Ooh.
And you've got a harpoon on a rope, And you're
harping on a
holding,
rope, and I've got the rope leading back to the ship in my mouth.
you hook it around the leg, and
You just fucking do the Captain America hold the helicopter as you have the crow pull us and the ship via you.
I'm gonna start reeling in the probe.
And as you pull it, it slowly rotates around, and the eye just focuses on you.
Really fucking pissed off.
Did the so where it said, for example, like the death of Idolamantis James, whatever it was, that was only displayed on the screens in the station rather than on the probe itself.
Correct. You got a number on the probe. You did not get a.
That's fine. We didn't see probe storage in the last place, did we?
You did not.
Yeah, we might have been. There was a room we didn't go in though.
No, because the room that we didn't go in, I think, was the one that you went in alone.
I think there may have.
Was
I
there
will
another?
tell you there are rooms that you did not go to
Yes,
because you
I
decided to
did.
blow it up.
Bugger!
I had a feeling there were other
There are
rooms.
questions that you could have asked, and there are rooms you could have gone to.
Hey now.
Hey, these are all choices we
Right.
You plural decided to blow it up. Is a strong.
I, as
No,
humble DM,
actually,
have
to
no
be fair-
control over
fair-
any of the events.
Fair,
of
the
this
U is directed mostly at me.
I did submit towards Max as he
It's
chucked
this
a
side of the
sword.
table.
I think Mike will agree with it. It's definitely this side of the table, isn't it? You, Mike, and I can just kind of like.
I'm going to come over here too.
I'm just going to cast a 9th level aspersion spell over
I
across
like
this
my
table.
shit.
I think
I'm happy the
collectively we
place
can
blew up.
accept up to 3%.
Oh boy, generous.
Just so I understand it, is the probe moving faster than our ship?
It
Has to be.
Well, your
was?
ship's not moving.
Yeah, our ship's not moving.
Okay, so us, Vaxis, probe.
Yep.
So that's hooked. He's attempting to reel it in, but it's moving out as I'm trying to reel these both in.
Yep.
So is it now a contested strength check against
No, he
the
beat,
probe?
he beat the DC, so...
Yeah, but I'm the one reeling it in.
Oh, is the probe continuing to? What he's
Yeah.
asking is the probe continuing trying to get away from?
Yeah,
from
so
I
Vaxis?
see.
so
I
Vaxis
see.
and the probe are now connected, but I'm trying to
And
pull
we
them
have
this
no
way
knowledge of this.
while he's
You're just
being
like,
pulled in
why
this
is there
way.
resistance?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask. Is there now resistance on the line?
The prober is offering no resistance.
Okay.
Oh, okay, then I will just
So
continue
you just feel like a boonk and like, all right.
Once this is all done, I'm going straight to the helm and moving the ship that way so we can investigate where Vaxis's blooded corpse has got to. But yeah,
So I'm ruling it that you met the DC I set you, so you've got a probe that is, as you pull Vaxis on, suddenly overhead on a secondary rope that Vaxis is holding, a probe just comes fleeing overhead and landing on the deck of the ship.
Oh, we fished.
Yeah, I'm excellent bait.
Don't say that.
I'm not going to unpack that too much right now.
No. You caught one.
I caught them.
I like that.
That's what I do. I
them
competent
probes.
at certain things.
The probe itself appears to go to a stationary point. It's the same visit. So if you remember when you left the prophecy, there's a probe already there. It goes to that position and just
on the ship.
on the ship, and just turns itself off.
I walk over to it and look in its eye. Do you have any intelligence? And I like summon the shears into my hand. Do you have any intelligence?
The
If
light
you do, I'm going
of
to
its
stab
eye
you with these
dies
scissors.
Welp.
Can I cast mending on it?
You can. The spell washes over it. It is not broken.
It's not yet.
I believe it's just being rude.
So either I have disrupted its task, so it has shut down because it can't complete what it was trying to do at this point. Might turn back on again if we let it go. Alternatively, it was always meant to be caught by me and then come back onto the ship.
That's a weird roundabout thing to do. That's based on random actions.
Yeah. It's random to us, but if things happen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, random starts to become predictable. If I've understood what the
Practice a
machine was
normal
saying.
distribution, yes.
So perhaps this was the
Well,
decoy probe. It was the one that Vaxus was always supposed to catch.
Oh, so specifically because of random. So it's gone, well, that one over there is going to cause some trouble.
Yes.
In
Throw-
37,000 different variations, that big one throws a harpoon at one of us, so we
Yeah.
should probably have a couple spare.
Yeah, because in iteration 300, where they harpooned a critical probe,
Why
the thing it
don't-
was supposed to stop then kills us all.
So the probes seem very specific in their use cases. Why don't we take this one apart, see what's inside of it?
Yeah, this is the one we were always meant to take apart.
Or this is the iteration where we all die and they learn to have a dungeon probe.
Well,
There's only one way to find
I
out.
know it's kind of your field of expertise to take this thing apart.
I am loath to do so.
God, I hate Destiny.
Until at least we have investigated what's on the island and what this probe may be sent to stop.
Yeah.
I fully believe, actually, that it might have been sent to stop me harpooning a more important one.
Honestly, that really checks out. However, it might turn back on when we're being clamped in the jaws of an enormous beast and come and stop that. That'd be lovely. So, I don't know.
A probe can do two things.
Probes can do two things. This is
That-
also
that
true.
is-
They're multifunctional.
that's
However, I think it germane to investigate the island and whatever may be there initially, and then if we want to come back and take it apart later, we still have that option.
I can't be against these things and say I hate them, I hate fate, I hate having my decisions taken down to my hand, and then been like, well, if you help me, that's fine. That's a bit hypocritical, I think.
I get it. I also don't want to die, but I'll back your play.
That's fair. Nobody wants to. Everything's fine. Everyone has principles until death's on the table. And-
Yes, that's the one.
Right. Okay. That's fine. All right. I'll acquiesce for now.
No, I'm happy to have a whack at it if you like.
Oh, sure. I'd like to see what's inside them, anyways. We never seem to get a hold of one of these whole. It's not been chewed up, beaten up, or exploded.
If I roll before I roll Econ Track to train, I'm still going to do it now that Runa's asked me to. But before I roll, can I make a prediction of what's going to happen if I crack into one of these?
Sure.
You're going to cross another thing off of that list of things we have available.
Who
Can I,
can say?
can I take the help action to assist him?
You can.
Yeah, I just pick up a laser scalpel in each of my forearms with the doctor is in.
And I'm imagining I'm just holding it up so you can get
So what are you
underneath
using
it.
to crack it open?
Tinker's tools, thieves' tools, judicial application of hammers.
I can be the hammer.
I know.
Fake touch scissors.
What kind of check would you like me to roll?
1 second.
Of course.
Am I still hearing the noises that I heard previously?
Your thing has a range of 60.
Yes.
They've out of range at this point.
Oh, okay, yes. They're not coming from the probes.
Was it
okay.
only Goon who had the dial-up sound?
Anyone who could... So the telepathic crystal keys you into any telepathic communication within range. So if you have something that does that,
Telepathy, yeah.
then you heard
Yeah.
it as well.
Okay, interesting.
I thought you had to concentrate on specific people to do that, rather than a always on...
So I can still hear telepathic communications, but I can't detect thoughts with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you heard it as well.
If it is like a broad spectrum yell, then
Fair.
that's the
Could I get a... You just crack it over with your tools.
Yeah. I'm gonna try at least.
How do I do this? I want you to roll me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Yep.
Trying to
It
be
does
violent.
I did say that I would be the hammer, so I can provide brute force where needed. Can I provide advantage on the
Rune
athletics?
is watching it, and if it sees any movement, it's going to lose a
16.
limb.
By the way, I have a +0 to athletics even with advantage.
What did you draw, sorry?
16.
It beats its 15 as it immediately, as soon as you get that tool ready to go and are about to touch it, immediately springs to life and just tries to just basically jump off the ship. But between back just holding it down, you...
Hold patient still. I say to Vaxis.
You hear that? Dude, I'm the nurse.
He just puts the hand on the perfectly smooth, polished sphere, claps in and crushes the metal to hold it.
and what did you roll on your tools check?
I'm about to roll. What would you like me to...
Did you have...
Thieves,
tools?
tinkers,
Thieves or tinkers.
Um,
Trying to get into this thing, either will suffice.
And that's with advantage if you need it.
I'll still take the advantage. I don't need the advantage. I think. 26.
What is your objective? Are you just want to just crack open and see what's in? Are you performing live surgery and this patient is still alive while you're opening it up?
I'm not vivisecting the thing.
But is your intent to I'm going to go straight for the power source and turn it off?
As
Or are
he's-
you going to...
As he's doing that,
Mhm.
I want to test something.
Mm-hmm.
Do I feel like I can use the armband at the moment?
No.
Yes.
It cuts off, yeah.
But that's good because that means we're outside the normal probability curves.
I think what my objective is to sorry.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Fine. Weird, not bad.
Improvement.
What was I even talking about? I'm very sorry.
Opening up a robot.
Yes. I think what I'm doing is like power it down, like almost like put it into standby mode so that it's not. I don't want to damage it. I don't want to destroy it. I do want to sort of. This is, I think, again, they said this is the first one we found that isn't corrupted or destroyed. So this is a, well, if Rune wants me to crack open, let's take this opportunity as a lesson opportunity and let's work out what makes this thing tick and how.
And
like a full.
and also
disassembly.
like a if each of these probes is like purpose built for a use and a purpose and a thing that they're doing, knowing what it was trying to do might give us information about what's on that island in the first place.
If you
We're
have
not
the
trying to cause permanent damage.
you have the opportunity to do
Yet.
something absolutely hilarious at this moment, and that is for it to only contain a single piece of paper that says "Stop cracking open probes," and that's all I would have done.
So, on that roll, you quickly get to its power system
Yep.
and just safely disconnect it.
Yeah,
It's
just-
now turned off. You get the... Because I believe you cast Identify on a previous one,
Yeah.
and you got, I believe the description was a container for destiny.
Yeah.
And you're getting the same sort of vibes from this one as well. However, where in previous ones you found a broken, I think it was a bag of holding in the past, there's some goggles.
Yeah, goggles and eye.
Yeah. There's nothing, there is not an item there this time. What it looks like it to have done is it's decided to put more machine parts in that space.
So be really careful with that knife, my guy.
It's a blood knife.
That's worse. Possibly that's
Would
worse.
just hurt more.
Yeah.
I'm being careful.
My theory then might be that this is
There's a lot of gubbins in there.
well, perhaps these probes are attached to bring them here because their purpose is not yet fulfilled. These aren't anything to do with us.
They're going to build something.
They're going to build something here, and they just took advantage of us coming here.
So we stopped them building whatever they're going to build?
Well, no, we stopped them having these bits.
Roll me an investigation check. Anyone can make me a 50 intelligence check.
You say 1-5 or 5-0?
18.
Don't think
On the
he said
intelligence check or the
5-0.
investigation?
So was that perception or investigation?
Investigation check for you because you're opening it up. Everyone can roll me. In addition to you, you can roll this as well as a separate check.
Okay, cool.
Intelligence check.
Ooh.
I rolled the investigation as as the 18. Intelligence 9.
20 on intelligence.
10 on intelligence.
1.
So you succeed in the investigation. When I said it's machine parts in there, it's weaponry. It's machine weaponry that's decided to put it into space.
Ooh.
And from the intelligence check, you haven't looked at its number yet.
Oh, the number.
What is its number?
-1.
Curious. Are these then? Are these the probes that would be sent out to prepare for the new iteration?
Oh, maybe. But then why does it need a bunch of guns and blades? And what the heck is that corkscrew-looking thing?
There's a mirror in there.
There's a mirror.
Can I
Mirror.
attempt to identify anything that's in there?
Can I also?
You can. They are standard.
So they are parts rather than. Would these be magic items once assembled?
No.
Okay.
This is part of it. It is choosing to use that space rather than a container for destiny for its own purposes. In this case, weapons.
But they could be that maybe one of them made this as a result of what we did on the station we blew up, and they've created this because you can't make a new probe in the new sequence, but you can go backwards and go to -1.
Does it look like they are created? Firstly, does it look new?
Yes.
Like freshly minted in the last 12 hours? Difficult to say.
Difficult to
yeah.
say. They
It was
don't
hanging
show
on the
any signs of
bottom of our
oxidation. They're not rusting. They're not broken. They're not like brand spanking new. There's a few minor dents and scratches to it, but not. It looks like it's been moved around and things.
So it doesn't feel like this was created while we were in the station yesterday.
Correct. This doesn't look like a showroom floor car, but it does look like a car you would buy this year.
Does this thing have a brain you can poke around in?
Brain is a funny word, but I can have a look. Processing unit or
There are
motherboard?
Yeah.
Yeah. That green bit with the little coppery stuff. That's the brain.
Question I've got.
Mm-hmm. No.
You said that there were just weapons in here.
Mm-hmm.
Are they like weapons, or are they weapon components, or are they actual
They are fully formed,
functional
yeah.
weapons? So we could
It can choose to go.
Okay, that's what I misunderstood then. So it can go haha surprise,
Yes.
rather than this is transporting a crate of barrels for a gun.
Right. Okay.
When you said weapon parts, I
thought
thought that
it
you meant
was-
it was
my-
no.
my-
That's
Okay. Cool.
really interesting.
Right,
So these
okay.
are like attack probes.
They're trying to kill something.
Yeah.
And did you also say it had a mirror?
Yes.
It looks like as imagine like you found like a robot arm. There'd be like a mirror, piece of metallic, really reflective.
Yeah, is
Is
it
like a laser shield or something?
You do not know this purpose.
is it designed because it's reflective? Can we see? Is it just reflecting the light, or is it focusing it? So is the idea that something hits it and it's then focused back?
Roll
or...
me a perception
Okay,
check.
cool.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think we need to chase those probes.
16.
It appears to be bending the light around it a little bit. Not in an offensive capability, but maybe as a defensive.
Yeah, like
Like
some kind of
Shield
camouflage
or something like that.
against. Yeah, okay.
I don't like these things running around doing weird things.
Yes, but one of the ones we encountered killed, like the beholders that would have killed us. So
It did.
they've generally worked in our best interest. The actual probes.
We've worked in the system's best
in the
interest.
system's
whether
interest,
that's
and we're in the best interest of the system up to a point, and then we're not.
Yeah, we might have served our use now, and those whole things might now consider us-
certainly for the
bad.
station, the one we were just on.
Yes.
For that station, we have served our purpose because we
Yes.
unfortunately delivered yourself there.
Yes.
Yes. But didn't it?
Flying goggles.
It referred to three of you as wave riders, I believe.
Wavebringers.
Wave bringers, yes.
I believe you are also a wavebringer.
Was I?
You got your
You got your
armband
bracelet.
now.
But also,
Yes, but in the initial assessment, as it
yes.
gave the 3.
I think it just
I
hadn't
didn't
identified you yet.
yeah,
You recall
yeah,
we
yeah.
were telling you of the station we saw the 8 portraits, and
But,
yourself
yes.
was one of them, along with the.
No, I wasn't there for that bit.
But you gave them the they gave you the
I told you
101.
about this last week. Yeah, sorry, I was. Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, apologies.
No.
That's-
Yeah, it's
I'm merging
There's
two
also
characters.
some smug
experience.
looking
Fine.
elf as
Yes.
well,
smell. Yes.
and
Mm,
that weird goblin-y thing.
Curious.
I don't know if this is too simplistic. It's referring to us as wave bringers, so presumably we bring about a wave.
Yes.
And we haven't brought about a wave yet, so clearly we're still of some use. And so it's in its interest to keep us alive.
There is a wave already. One of the things we got told very early on, before you joined us, is that some of the stars are winking out.
The wave is happening. Our part in previous iterations has been to decide where the wave impacts, as far as I understand it.
Yes. But
This conversation is very.
We should
important.
chase the probes.
We should chase the probes.
Let's chase the probes.
Chase the ropes. This one's disabled, right?
Yeah, power.
Good.
Is there any kind of like? Obviously, I've disconnected the power unit. Can I just like unplug the battery and take it with us?
Sure.
Can I grab that reflective stealth
Now.
panel thing?
You would have to break it off, but you can if you want to roll me.
I think we should keep the probe intact beyond the power source and bring it with us, because in the event that we need additional firepower, we plug it back in.
I could turn it into a turret. Could you create a little seat for me?
Leave it mostly intact, I guess, for now.
Yeah, I'm not going to break anything off it.
Yep.
Cool.
Like right into battle. It's Vaxis' mount.
You power up the ship again and start heading towards that island in front of you. And a few moments later, just slightly beyond where Faxis was flinged into space, you're ejected from the astral sea, drifting out sideways into a pocket of air. This place is not a star system. It's not realm space. It's a tiny pocket of space hidden away within the astral sea. And as you look forward, you see a floating island.
Is this like a demi-plane?
Is there debris from probes?
Ooh.
Nice.
So,
Oh, so it's quite big then.
What I will say is that the AI couldn't give me
Gotcha.
a hill rather than a mountain. So imagine that
So we're looking at-
band in the background kind of just maybe reaches the top of the trees, but other than that,
So we're looking at a couple hundred feet across rather than.
roll me a perception check.
I'd love to.
It appears to be full of life, and that
16.
of trees and foliage of multiple colours.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Oh, amazing. It appears to be a couple of miles across at most,
Okay.
consisting of mostly thick jungle.
Ooh, jungle.
Over the tops of the trees,
Oh, cool.
you can see kind of a small fort on a raised hill, kind of where you surmise would be the centre of the island.
Did you say fort?
Fort.
Oh, okay.
Variety of construction. Oh, sorry.
A stone, from what you can make out. It appears to be more ruins than actual fort.
But like fantasy castle style rather
Yeah.
than bunker or something. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm guessing that's where our distress call came from.
It is also... The trees in front of you, though, are also on fire. There are remains of explosions, smouldering pieces of wood, scorches on trees with slowly dying embers that are currently fizzling themselves out.
Can you see ruins from probes?
You see a few ruined probes at the edge.
But nowhere near enough
I wonder if
for how many we saw come off the ship.
tipped the sail maybe a little bit.
What sort of damage can we see from the probes? Like, is it ballistic impact, or is this energy weapon based, or something else entirely?
Like, I will say you have. If you want to know more, you have to get closer.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
we surely will.
Yeah. Can we get closer? Yes.
Make with a pew pew.
Vaxis keeps his knees slightly bent so he's ready to spring into action.
There is a variety of damage types. I think the one thing you can surmise, it's not energy weapons. It is traditional weaponry, whether that is like dents from blunt impacts, where there's things where it may have been ripped open. There is the sizzling of arcane energy that is dying down. Varying types of attacks, but of a nature that you're used to.
So if we get off and I start examining the probes themselves, what attack them? What kind of signs of damage am I seeing on them?
On the probes,
Yeah.
as I said, it is.
Okay, so like arcane stuff, like normal mundane stuff. So somebody's
Like
here.
battle magic, swords, axes, arrows, that kind of thing.
But a bunch of people are here then.
Yeah.
You jump over the deck of your ship and land on what constitutes a rocky and dusty shore. Your feet crunches onto something metallic, the noise scaring off what little life is still around. A crab at your feet, startled by its sudden appearance, dashes into the cover of the undergrowth, and multiple birds startle and fly off further inland.
It seems like
Can I attempt to
nice
capture a
place.
crab for later study?
You can.
What would you like to roll?
Roll me, I guess, athletic. If you're kind of just pouncing at it, right?
Yeah.
At disadvantage.
Oh no, 7. I don't have any bonus. Yeah.
Seeing that he's going for one, can I try and grab one? And I will happily take disadvantage because I'm reacting slightly slower.
There is one.
There is
Literally the one grab.
Literally the one grab.
That's right.
For a very specific reason.
It's the only. It's the crab.
The first crab in creation, and the one crab that all things will surely become.
This is some kind of crustacean vexation.
Did you want that crab?
I just wanted to have a look at biology a little bit later and see if there's anything interesting about it.
I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
it's no
Looking knowing that there was only one crab, was each bird that flew away unique?
No.
Okay.
Can we
I'm wondering if it's familiar.
can we hear the sound of gunfire battle?
No.
Interesting.
Best stealth trousers on, chaps, I feel.
Yep, that sounds like a good plan.
May we...
You venture inland on foot.
And stealthing.
Yeah. Should we head towards the fort?
I think so.
I got a.
I do not need stealth off you at this
Ooh.
point. I will tell you if and when I do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For now, I require a perception check.
Sure.
It is not a disadvantage. It cannot be a disadvantage. It is a straight roll. It cannot be improved in any way. I am not looking to see whether you spot something. I'm looking to see the order in which you spot stuff.
Oh, I think I'm spotting things last then.
14.
7.
22.
2.
Goon was 7.
Yeah.
Ido was
14.
cool.
I'm going to leave the orderly on the ship with a little handbell that can ring, like a ship's bell, that it can ring if anyone turns up to the ship to try and nick it. And I'm going to leave the homunculus in charge of the orderly with its little zappy 1 point of radiant damage laser thing.
Cool. I'm going to do, but before I do that,
Ooh.
in the order of Rune, Ido, Goon, and Vaxis, when we come back, you'll get to spot things along your journey.
Oh!
Oh dear, look at this. See through them in.
Do you want me to
Fine.
unfold that and put those on there?
I'll get some more. You
Cool.
Oh.
So I instantly don't like
So do you want to put that down on
That one calls to me.
the string?
string.
Yeah. When you theme a character that hard, there are times.
It's the sword for me. I don't like it.
I like the
But
plant.
it's calling to me.
Is that a compass or a... well...
Got -1. That's like... Wasn't it?
The
that was
probe.
The probe, yeah.
Probe, yeah. The probe. The probe.
Is that a crown?
Yeah, that's what I. That one's an electric fence, but probably crown.
I feel like if any of these are Vaxis specific, then it's going to be the crown of the sword.
Like plant for me.
I love weird alien plants.
I like a bit of string. My cat.
I will let you know. We're going to do 2 rounds of this. You're not going to miss a card.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
This is just a question of
I
whoever
think
gets
it's
there
who
first.
finds who spots it first, how they react, whether they say anything.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wait for
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. That's the one.
which one?
The string.
Of course.
What are these? Are you able to tell us what these symbols are?
Wheel, string, sword, crown, bottle, plant, mirror, orb.
Okay. Should I look up?
You say orb.
Yeah, that's the
Which
minus.
one?
Oh, sorry, -1.
But same as the probe that we
Yeah.
found.
Should I look at it?
Yeah. When you're ready, yeah. Feel free to read it out to the group, and then
Okay.
read
so-
it out to us as players. Then we will decide.
Right. In a shadowy clearing, you stumble upon the decaying corpse of a young blue-haired woman. The body has been slowly unraveling in the hours since they fell here, with limbs fraying into thick cords and fingers slowly decomposing into strands of red, gold, and black string. Okay.
Is that an alternate rune?
So I look and see my own corpse.
You okay?
No.
What's up?
Do we all see this, or is it just
Ah!
one who sees it?
I will let the person who has picked the card decide whether they spot it first, and they can choose to then like to tell the group.
So Rune looks at this and goes, Ido, I
Yes.
would like your assistance at verifying something.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't trust the two of you, but what I'm going to verify is more of a case of my own sanity. So please
very fair.
come with me, and I take you over to where the thing is, and just wait here. Is that me?
May I roll a medicine check?
You may.
Goo, while we wait, do you want to arm wrestle?
Natural
fallen
20.
tree right here.
Oh my god.
It absolutely
This
is.
giant mechanical arm.
When it's unraveling to strings, what gives?
How do?
Sorry, it's medical terminology, I understand, but what gives?
So what you can actually
30.
so what you can surmise is that whatever divine powers that Rune has is taking a toll on her body after she has died, and the essence is kind of leaking out. So basically, imagine like divine energy sort of leaking out of your fingertips into string.
Cool. On the 30, so is the body discorporating into strings, or the strings are leaking out of fingers that are otherwise dead?
Discorporating into string.
I am going to think back to the last time Rue got seriously injured. Ido, presumably having treated that injury and on a 30 natural 20 medicine check, remembers that. Can I check this body for those scars?
You can.
Yep.
The last time that happened was when the Spelljammer Academy was attacked.
Yeah. Like grenade blast or whatever.
Yep.
Or...
Highs or lows?
Highs.
They have some scars that are the same.
And some that are different.
Yeah.
Are there any
relate that to
are there
Rune.
any that Rune has now
Yes.
that are missing from the body?
Yes, but there are some
There are
in
some
the
that match.
identical place.
Being ultimately an extremely good doctor, no matter how much of a shit I am, does it look like there are some that are missing like chronologically here? Like they are existing up to a point. I consult my doc. I've got like a treatment log in my doctor's bag.
Yeah, it's like did
holding.
it end at this point?
Yeah.
And then the scars.
So the scars are up to March 25th, and then so they are scattergun for some of that.
How did I die?
That's my next question.
It is a like laser blast to the side.
Radiant damage of some variety, I would
One of the
imagine.
probes?
Possibly.
Good.
Does this appear to be a humanoid body, a regular meat-sack humanoid body, for all other intents and purposes?
Yeah.
Is she older than me?
That doesn't matter for your species, though. Would you revert? Do your species revert upon death?
Yes. We revert to whatever. I'm in my natural state right now. I look like I.
In terms of clothing and
She's kind of like
equipment,
thinking.
is it stuff that Rune normally has.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is she a lot like a year? I'm trying to phrase this. Is she the age of the campaign plus extra?
No.
Okay.
Is this post-campaign Rune? I
No.
think is the question. Yeah.
Well, no, because it definitely wasn't
Last
that because-
iteration room.
If we search the body for like the equipment that's on it, is it the same stuff that Brad currently has on Rune's character right now?
I would say so. We can roll if you want to get a duplicate magic item, then that's a roll for it.
That's not what I was. Okay, now I'm interested in that. That wasn't what I was asking. I would also like to roll for that. If I can. 19 on the die.
I have a
Do you not get the magic? Or it's there and the magic is already.
Yeah. The reason I was asking that is like. Oh, now I've forgotten why I was asking that.
Have what you've seen been shared with?
So I think like verifying that it is a version. She'll go back to you guys. Like as Ido kind of goes into doctor investigation mode, and it's like there's no talking to Ido when he's doing that. So move away.
I've just realised I've just fused Sherlock and Watson together.
Yeah. He comes back and goes.
Oh, not very good.
Say, not very good.
13.
I found my
You win.
own corpse. Oh, congratulations! People don't usually win. Anyways, I found my own body.
Ah.
Oh.
Kind of. It's not quite.
Yes.
There are things that are wrong about it.
Familiar yet alone. The Waystone actively said echoes of past rescues. Appeal for connection. Rescue awaits.
Did we?
If I've understood, these might be previous versions of us that also attempted a rescue and failed. But I don't know if we're rescuing what they were originally rescuing, or whether we're... Yeah, there's 8, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Wheel. Crown.
Yeah.
Sword.
No.
Yeah, no.
I tried that already.
Yeah, that just occurred to me.
Yeah, because there were 8 wave bringers,
Yeah.
and this bit I assume is metagaming, so I'm ignoring that bit for now. But yeah, we
Plant. I see
yeah.
you, little motherfucker.
we are likely to find dead versions of ourselves.
But would they?
Well, I imagine this is going to be extremely psychologically destabilized.
Although
But were they dead before we got here, or did the probes kill them?
well,
How fresh?
Hours.
Not minutes, though.
Hours.
Hours.
it says echoes of past rescues. So presumably we can't all exist within a single iteration, but this appears to be some kind of oasis.
Is this like a Dormammu situation where it's just looped time together?
I mean, why not? Why can't we?
Quest-
Like brings you over to everyone. Why can't we exist together? Like there's no reason, especially if this place is out of time.
Yes, precisely. My question is, who was your poor version of yourself here to rescue, and who are we here to rescue, and are we also here to be echoes?
Can I get some clarification? The wounds on Simi the corpse and the wounds on Rune semi-match up, but is there wounds on this one that our Rune doesn't have, and
Yes.
vice versa?
Yes.
So this one has lived a different life rather than living exactly the same life, which was then cut short.
A different life, however, there are scars that are identical. So
But
there
there is-
are some events that they've had.
So that would presumably mean that this isn't this Rune that we're seeing an echo of. Like
Yes, this
possibly from
is
the
not
future.
this rune in 4 hours' time that's been sent back 10 hours or this is a different rune.
different iteration.
but it is
I have
rune.
enough
That
mental
was the-
stability. I'm
That
okay.
was the equipment question. Does it look like Rune is a Bard Rogue or whatever you are right now?
Yeah, Bard Rogue. Yeah.
This one you found does, yeah.
This one looks like the same
Yep.
They've got,
class
like-
features,
Yep.
for want of a better word. Yeah. Interesting.
Maybe we'll find one more. I actually did read those books.
Sorry,
I'm a wizard.
not Bard Rogue.
Sorry, I don't know what your class. I genuinely don't know what your class is. So I just
That's a Rogue Wizard.
that's it. Yeah.
Ah, didn't know you were a
I'm not
wizard.
saying this is the answer. I'll remind you of the theory that you had last session, where you specifically asked the AI to concoct you something that will allow you to transfer iterations as well.
So it could be
Curious.
Did
Or
we,
this
did we
could
grab
be-
that before we left?
No,
It was a
no.
4-hour synthesized time.
And we
then-
started attacking it within minutes.
And then destroyed the whole place. So,
gone.
gosh. You did get your bracelet there, so that was lovely.
Mm.
Right. Well, let's go and find our corpses.
Ido is next.
I think I bury her. It's very weird.
Vaxus will help as much or as little as you want.
A lot. That
If
feels
you-
like a thing I should not do.
If you want to just go and have a quick sit down on the other side of that tree, and we'll make it happen.
That sounds nice.
Ido, can you make me a shovel real quick?
Yes. Fring.
Thank you.
I think I just have a shovel. I could just give you a shovel.
Can I have a second? I'm going to dual wield them.
No. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have a think very briefly about how Ido, because we've discussed that Ido's dominant part of the mind is the ego, and to have your conscious mind and more appropriately the ego of your conscious mind confront your own literal physical death. I don't know how he's going to deal
knocking
with
down
that.
a peg or two, right? Yeah.
So like, would it be a case that there's like a physical reaction in Ido as he realizes that there's a possibility that his corpse is somewhere on this island?
Most certainly.
So Rune will go. Would you like me to warn you if I run into anything that looks like you and not tell you about it? Or do you want to know? You have a look on your face that says...
I'm just going to choose never to die.
Amidst the dense foliage, a pile of broken wooden chairs lies half hidden by tangled vines and fallen leaves, blending into the forest floor. On close inspection, they reveal themselves to be wheelchairs eerily similar to Ido's with only slight differences in their design. So there's multiple.
Yeah, you found one rune corpse. This is 12,
a bunch of
13, 14.
wheelchairs.
Yeah.
That implies intelligence here. Because someone has piled up wheel. That doesn't happen.
Piling wheelchairs.
To have a pile of wheelchairs and no Ido is weirder.
It is weirder,
Unless...
So you see it,
lot
you tell
of...
it.
Yes, I got transfigured into a chair because they couldn't kill me because I'll never die.
Well, the same thing happened multiple times. It left nothing but the wheelchair in this place.
Yep, that's worse.
Do you tell it? Because remember, you are the first person to see it. You have the decision of do you tell it or not.
I've actually seen it yet. This is right.
I truly don't think... holy shit. What's your passive insight?
14? No, 15.
Are you actively watching Ido for reaction? What's your active insight then?
20.
Oh yeah.
5.
I think you see because where he's got the beacon stone in the chair that he only has to really he doesn't have to wheel. He can just tilt the stone forward to make himself go. You do see his body goes kind of stiff and
Ido, are you all right?
Yes.
That is not a yes you make with... What's over... Do you want me to look?
No. Let's all go. Yeah, I'll go and rummage through and poke through. Do these all look like they have been... Are these combat wheelchair? Are these Mark Thompson's combat wheelchair? All of them?
In this pile, yes.
That is a concerning statement.
Are we here as well?
Now, Richard.
He said we all go.
Yeah. No, let's all go.
This
Where, for example, I used to keep my doctor's bag on between the wheels in the pan underneath. Is there a broken bag of holding in many of these, like the leather sort of doctor's bag?
Is it something that you carry? Is it something that is worn on you and kind of?
So I can show you a picture of what the doctor's bag looks like, but this is specifically a bag of holding that is an infusion of mine.
Okay, what I'm trying to ask is it directly attached to the wheelchair, or is it a thing that you carry around with you and you store it in your wheelchair?
So I carry it around with me if I'm out of the wheelchair. I very rarely am. But it is... I don't physically have a hand on it at all times. So if I was plucked from the chair from the heavens, then yeah. That.
It would still be there.
There are... Okay, let's say there are 12 of these wheelchairs. Maybe in about 3 or 4 you find it.
And importantly, are they bags of holding or are they just regular bags?
They're regular bags.
Cool. So the one...
To be clear, they are bags of holding that have lost their magic.
Yeah. So, I'm dead.
No.
Yes.
No, see the chairs here.
No. You see the magic.
Oh.
You're not dead.
You could have infused something else and changed your mind.
Yeah, that and I have
There
I
are
have 2 points.
scorch marks on some of them. There are bloodstains on some of them.
Like Rune is wiping away a bloodstain. There's nothing there.
Meanwhile, DM whispers into ear a character.
There's blood everywhere.
And there's a hole in one.
Yeah, there's a giant spear through this one.
I don't. This isn't you. This is you. These are other iterations. These were inferior iterations.
Wow.
I
That does sound right. Yes. Yes, I can cope with that.
I can see his head growing. Physically.
Yeah, but it's better than living.
I have something to add, but I need to ask the DM a very serious question. In the remnants of these medicine bags, are there any healer's kits?
Oh.
I couldn't resist.
To adhere to the narrative, Rich must say yes.
How many healer's kits do you have on you?
Currently, I'm running perilously low. Currently, I have. Sorry, scroll down. Currently, I have 1 half-used healer's kit and 6 full healer's kits.
These are on you, not as opposed to on the ship?
I would normally carry them in my bag of holding. I'd probably keep one basically under the chair for emergencies.
And if a bag of holding
or to be actually used, so I don't have to go fishing in the bag to get one.
Yeah,
like
if a bag of holding is split, then I believe all their contents are just flung out
That's
all
true,
over
yeah.
the place.
In that case, roll me 2d6.
This is how many used healers kits we find.
6 total.
There are 6 healer's kits.
Now,
You did the impossible, Mike.
yeah.
You got more
I-
healers kits
I
out
don't
of Rich.
know what's funnier, if we keep them or if we bring some back to the, now that he's stocked up. But I'm not going to track them very seriously.
Find us the exact duplicates that
Yeah.
match as we can,
So,
and hand
Some,
those back.
let's say half are duplicates, others have like a different manufacturer's brand on.
Ooh.
Very interesting.
So, Doctor,
Thank you.
I don't want to be insensitive, but the condition that's put you in your wheelchair, is that a certainty of your race?
No, by no means. It's a drying error. So when the insectoid hatches to their imago, they shed their outer layer of chitin. The chitin is very pliable and soft, and if there is a problem with that, if there's a malformity, it can dry incorrectly, at which point you end up with a curled tarsus like this, and you show you his foot, which is like null over and doesn't work properly.
And if we're
they're
talking
relatively uncommon, probably 1 in 50, 1 in 100.
So it's
But they might
likely
be.
that there's 100 more.
I have been meditating upon the fact that it may be these probes that stuck me in the chair. And irony has not been lost upon me.
I wouldn't think about that particular line of.
That's something I'd not even considered.
Don't.
It was
There's
more,
other.
are we going to find
I hate them.
a collection of able-bodied
that is
idos
possible.
somewhere?
Dr. James.
Dr. James.
We don't know that they were doctors.
Oh well,
Yeah,
3 of these were.
Might have been psychologists, for all we know.
Yeah.
Hey, now Cynthia has actually been helpful.
Yes, yes. What concerns me is there's no bodies.
But there is blood. Can you test to see what species the blood is from?
Is it blood or is it hemolymph? Is the question. Is it red blood or is it like yellowy ichor?
This is Rich speaking. It is whatever Ido.
It's Ido juice.
Ido juice. Yes.
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's me. Oh, there's a kidney there. It's odd. I don't even have kidneys. I wonder whose it is.
It's not great. It's not mine.
It's about 4 times normal size. I don't think we're looking at you.
Really?
I do drink a lot of water.
A thought occurs. I've heard you speaking into dictaphone at night. You're keeping some kind of personal log.
It's helpful.
Did the other you have a personal log on them?
What a fucking question. We're going to have to go grave digging.
No, I didn't check.
Would you like?
Well, we found the.
I
went
did
through
do
her
an
stuff.
inventory of the stuff.
Oh, the weird. It's like slightly metagame, slightly not.
Oh, no, I tell you what that is. That's a sweet spot right there.
Good thing about Rune, is there's only one rune corps. So I don't have to invent 15 different diaries.
Yeah.
I will allow you to find a diary if you.
Okay,
but
yeah.
you didn't think about it. So if you want to go back to that
Yeah.
site, you can go and have it.
Yeah, we'd have to.
We can deal with that for you.
Yes, that's that.
Cool. I need to do some light jogging anyway.
The diary would probably be useful. She had.
The other question I'd say is, where I've got my homunculus in the hubcap of the wheel, are there any damaged homunculi in the in any of the chairs?
Roll me an investigation.
And what happens to a homunculi if their summoner / creator perishes?
I believe. I think they just die.
They die, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember Sen had one. They die.
In terms of the investigation, I need to check the title.
Ooh, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Was
whatever
some
20
part
plus my
inspired by
investigation
Goblin
is.
Slayer?
31.
The anime
find
saw
one.
there's a dragonborn in
Okay,
that.
I might take the
no.
remnants and
So
just
is
for
that fancy
interest's
Yeah.
sake.
No.
Because I know that when we found the Goggles of Night, they were basically signed with Ido's sort of signature kind of thing. So, yeah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll accompany... Shall we stay somewhere that's not here? Just back on the
That
path or
would be
something?
nice. I don't want to. You don't want to be
I don't
near
want to be
this.
here, you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Let's go make a midpoint, have some tea.
I'll be back in a jiffy. Vaxis jogs off with a shovel.
Please don't violate my corpse that much.
I'll be very gentle with it. I'll also phrase that different.
I've
in
got-
that
Today was a
situation.
weird day.
I've got the ick.
Today was just a fully weird day.
It really was. This is.
I'll be respectful.
Would you like some tea?
You know what? I would like a tea. Would you like to have some tea?
Sure.
I pull out my flask of interminable tea, which produces an endless amount of oolong tea.
Oh,
And
it's a lovely tea.
dig.
Now, I'm not going to be doing it like a madman. I'm going to be doing it calmly and respectfully because I do not want to defile my friend's alternate corpse. I don't want to damage it.
Is your homunculus ever an infusion?
Roll me
Yes.
investigation. You
Because it says if you're incapacitated, the homunculus can take any action of its choice.
That's
not just
incapacitated. If you
drop
even look at
it.
a homunculus stat block.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
I was worried about like if
It shouldn't be alive, basically.
yeah.
There is also a difference between the create homunculus
Not enough.
infusion and the
Thank you,
spell
inspiration.
create homunculus, which is the exact thing.
Yeah. Inspiration.
Worse.
Use my inspiration.
Go for it.
11.
Jesus Christ.
Is that the best of the three as well?
Yep.
Oh my god.
You do not find a diary.
I mean, I think narratively that's probably for the best.
I
yeah.
don't have an inspiration myself to
That's right,
burn
buddy.
this.
That's right.
Okay.
I've obviously not done anything impressed Rich enough recently.
Oh.
Ah.
And I broke out the really awful puns as well. Wait.
I think there is a part of Ido that is sort of, you do occasionally just catch him looking down the pathway back of the wheelchairs, and I think that you can see just the occasional flash of like maybe jealousy as he like spots a bit of design and thinks,
A little bit
oh,
better.
actually that is a bit better, and he won't say that out loud. He'd never say that out loud, but like you could bet your bottom gold piece that 3 days from now when you see Ido, that change will have been made to the wheelchair. Yeah.
Next up is Goon.
So I just pick one, and this is what we encounter, right?
Yeah.
This is what you spot, and you can choose to say, "Hey guys," and
So you could even read it silently and then say nothing.
You could take someone else's away from them as well, if you think that would be funny.
Or narratively interesting.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't eyeing off the wheel, honest.
Well,
Oh, see, I thought you were the plant.
I want
You're a
to.
little.
That's the orderly. I think I know who the plant is.
Ah.
What do you think about the 8 wave bringers? So there was us 4,
Yeah.
and you twice as Jax.
Yeah, because I think that's Jax.
Delwyn, a goblin and a dark shape.
See, right. What's this one?
Mirror.
Mirror. Oh, I'm curious about the mirror. Okay. You come across an ornate glass mirror propped against a tree. Instead of reflecting the forest, however, the glass shows a grey void with a shadowy figure inside. The figure appears calm and gives you a friendly wave before pointing you further into the forest. Guys, this one's alive. Was he one of the wave bringers that
We
you
did
saw?
see a shadowy figure, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is it the same shadowy figure?
No.
Oh.
I look into the thing. Wave.
Can I hear what it's thinking?
No.
Can I look where it's pointing? Just deeper into the
Deeper into
forest?
the forest, towards where you were kind of heading towards the centre of the
Yeah,
I've
okay.
got like paper help question mark. You? Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Can I
Again,
write-
it's like, will us going that way help you?
Can I write, did you send the distress signal?
Oh.
Okay. Can I put name? Question mark.
How can it communicate with
Well,
us?
well, I'm curious. Okay, yeah. No.
Pinafore.
Not if your name begins. If the first letter of your name is A.
I'm not staying here for that.
Oh, God, I'm pretty sure we
Then
get
let's
4 in before we get the first.
Hibbity
letter.
hop off, yeah.
Cool.
Now,
Right,
I know
Vaxis.
which one. I know which one is pointing at Vaxis.
Are you sure?
No, I know which one I think. Well, there are 2 possibilities here. I think both work equally well for Vaxis:
Yeah.
the crown and the sword.
Yeah, okay.
That's
And I feel like
Which
I'm
one are you?
supposed to.
Which one do you think is you? That doesn't have to be the one you pick. I'm just curious.
Honestly, I think it's possible that both of them could be
Yeah.
Vaxis.
No, I think.
But I
Sword
do
is-
think like one. I think sword is
interesting.
more likely to be Vaxis.
I
I
think
think-
that one is Vaxis, and I think that one is Delwyn.
I think that one's Delwyn.
I think we just saw Delwyn.
I think that's.
I think we're here to rescue Delwyn.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Delwyn. I think that's Fenwick. That's fully metagaming.
Oh, yes.
But so what I think is that might be Vaxis from a timeline or reality where you went full King Vaxis, and that one is one where you went I am the sword wielder.
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
we
that's
could
what,
just find out by.
That's what I was thinking. I thought they could both be Vaxis. but different Vaxises.
I know. I agree with you.
There is some fun in guessing before you. Find
Yeah.
So
Okay, I think it's going to be more narratively satisfying if Vaxis is the one who sees the sword.
Yeah.
Assuming this is what I think it's going to be.
okay.
Oh, sir. Can I give you inspiration?
Sure. Thank
No, why?
you. Why would you do this?
Don't.
Emerging from the jungle, you find a small field that at first seems to contain a series of graves.
Swords.
These are, of course, not graves, but great swords, each buried deep in the ground. A few unburied swords lie scattered on the ground amongst them. I presume that this is the exact thing that I saw last session when I was hit by the blade.
Do any of them have scabbards on?
The ones that are not in the ground, the ones that are just loose on the floor.
Interesting.
Do you tell anyone?
You just see Vaxis pause and go, oh,
Oh.
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 And then he'll go, this is exactly what I saw when I was hit by that mind whammy at the station. That then maybe...
Oh. But it's just a bunch of your sword.
Yes.
Do you want it back?
No.
Do you mind if I grab one?
Help yourself.
Cool.
I'll load up on that shit. As many will fit in the bag of holding. Swords
Are
are
they-
fucking expensive, man.
Swords are expensive.
Are they
I'll
all
take
the
15.
same make, model, design, essentially?
Yes.
So there's none that was like one was a rapier, one was a...
Is there any artistic variation?
No.
This sword is so old, remember, that it's nearly birth
Yeah.
of the universe, or nearly like the beginning
Well,
of the
there
original.
was that, but also like the more to the question is like, has he had the handle rewrapped or like?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I will say
That's
the,
more
the,
what
the
I
ones that are not, the ones that are in scabbards have certainly seen signs of use, and therefore the handle might be.
And there are several
rewrapped.
that aren't out of their stone because Vaxis never made it out of the stone in some of those iterations.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Feel free to help yourself. Not my sword anymore. My sword, gone.
I mean, you threw it into a strange thing. How do you know what yours didn't end up here?
You think sort of get stuck in the
Even
gears?
if the sword that I used to carry was here,
Right?
that is not my sword anymore. It is not my burden to carry. I have divested myself of it. I am moving on.
Was it the good sword that did cool things?
Yeah. But
Then
also...
why not use the tool and make it your own?
I think
Because
it's
those cool things that it could do, I don't think were worth the cost.
going back to your comment earlier about if we rely on the probes until
That's a good point.
this is Vaxis's brush with the forces of destiny. Yours was probes. His
But
was
then,
swords.
the whole bunch of Vaxuses abandoned this world because I don't see any Vaxus corpses here.
But did he abandon them here? Or were they brought here? Because I once again say, there are no bodies, and that is there blood?
No.
Oh. Ignore that previous statement. It was Tresat, I was mistaken, I'm only not human.
So I'm the only one who died here.
Well, no, there was a lot of hemolymph.
Oh.
And a Malpighian tubule. And a book lung.
I reckon the other Vaxuses probably did die on this attempt. But think about this. But we know that all these ones died. All these ones still had the sword. I am different from all these ones that we know died. I am my own person, forging my own path. There is no guarantee that I will end up being the one that dies.
I'll definitely take an armful of swords.
Sure.
Meanwhile,
any
Vaxus
kind of dice to work out.
chung 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 chung.
Are you taking the ones that are in their scabbards or the ones
I'll
that...
definitely take those ones, and I will see. I'm curious to see if I try and pull one out of the ground, if it's going to come with a big bloody rock.
It is.
Yeah, so it's the ones that are on the ground. So 3.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Just in case.
I would also be wary of the ones that aren't in the scabbards, because I believe you did shield the scabbards from the radiation that was coming off the swords.
Yeah, kind of why I'm getting them.
So just be aware that those do have an effect on physiology.
Yep.
So if this is what you saw in your nightmare, is there a chance that we're going to see one of the brain crabs? Or what if we come across...
Well, there's no evidence that it was showing you the future, only it could have been this place in the present as it was then, or it could have been showing Vaxus the future and you the past, or
one of your deaths.
And
thing
if we
was
do
trying
find
to
more of
kill
those
you.
things, I will punch it into the ground for you.
yes, I'm feeling smitey.
Yes.
I'm good at killing things.
A bit of frustration to work out, hey?
I wonder, could I hit it with an entire tree? Vaxus is looking at one of the larger trees you can see.
Another concern is the probes went here first before we got here and fought something. Where is the something?
Where the
I
probes...
hope dead. Let's carry on, shall we?
Indeed.
Has the time come that we should start making stealth checks?
We are halfway through the list.
Yeah.
So as you continue your way through the jungle, you hear a low rumble of a ship in the distance. A spell-jamming helm powering up.
In the direction that we came from.
A few moments later, you look up and spot a wooden galleon gaining altitude as it skirts around the border of the bubble before being subsumed by the astral sea and disappearing out of sight, the ripple of colour in the nebula being the lasting note of its departure.
Was that our ship?
Roll me a perception check.
I specifically left my orderly with a big ship spell ready to ring. Have we heard a ship spell?
Nope.
And there wasn't one ringing on that?
Nope.
Right. That's a 2 on the die, so fuck if I know.
Was it perception?
Perception.
Oh, what if that is our ship, but not our version of our ship?
That's the other, yeah.
22.
Not enough.
16.
You do spot, it looks identical to your ship.
Oh,
If they've killed my orderly, I shall wreak a bloody vengeance upon them.
Do you have a connection?
However,
to-
you rolled over a 20.
Yeah.
It didn't come from the direction of your ship.
Not our ship, but not our ship.
I am going to... I am going to go to the back, and you can see that there is like a little sort of like little box that looks to have been physically implanted in the back of Ido's head, like surgically implanted by himself. And he's going to flip the switch, and he's going to see through the homunculus's eyes back on the ship. I can do this any length as long as we're on the same plane. Are we technically on the same plane at the moment?
It's where you left it.
Yeah, we left it. Orderly's just it. I think Orderly has got my magical bait out of the bag and is fishing off the side into the astral sea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Everything
Our ship remains there, so whoever they were
us, but
wasn't us.
does that mean
Well, at least they escaped.
this place is outside all of the iterations?
This is a convergence point, and any number of our versions of us could be here.
Could we use it as a way to escape the wave in an emergency, and then thus direct?
It's a hell of a bomb shelter.
We could direct the wave here, and then it would.
Would that just diffuse it among all realities?
Oh, that might be.
That's how we end the. Are we the bad guys?
I don't
That feels like a way we could be the bad guys.
Yeah, that feels like.
I'm up for it. Let's give it a bash.
No.
You see, my thinking is
genocide is not on my list.
my thinking is maybe we can communicate with other iterations.
Oh, we could.
Like,
But
I've just had that thought. Presumably other Vaxxes would have had that thought as well.
So
maybe we should keep an eye out for messages from them.
I have a great hope that this is the last iteration. I don't want it to be true that there's another.
I'm thinking previous iterations.
Is there anything engraved onto the swords or a note?
I was
like,
just thinking the same thing. Like,
Is there
any messages on any of the swords? But okay, think about it this way: we didn't have to come to this
Right?
at this Waystone at this point. We could have done it a bit later. Maybe these other iterations in the past could give us a heads up about something that we need to know about.
I'd like to point something out to you. If that is true, and if we do change things, we wipe ourselves out. If they manage to break the loop, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that.
I don't want to not exist. That sounds worse than dying. A lot worse. On the grand scheme of things. I've done a lot of work staying in existence. Let us table that for now. I also want to believe that we are the last iteration, and thus we won't need to leave messages for any future iterations.
Do you remember when we were just shooting pirates in the face?
That was a fun time.
Oh.
I miss my family.
That's a good point. We probably shouldn't.
We should probably move away from
Gets
the
a bit
sword.
epistemologically dicey.
And
Yeah, let's move on.
The man in the mirror said that we would find something.
Could I get a fresh round of perception checks for the second point?
6.
I'm going last again.
6.
Natural 1.
14.
So, I think it's the same order then.
Yeah, just
Oh,
much lower.
Much lower numbers.
Mine is a 1 total. I've got +0 to perception.
Wow.
I am looking forward to Arbor, where I have a character with wisdom.
Rune, you're up.
Not a player though.
Probe.
Pro plant crown bottle. Okay, you come across the remnants of a destroyed kitchen.
It's like 13 kitchens.
Point of inspiration. Your eyes are much better.
Thank you.
I
I just say what I do.
That was a pristine kitchen, but a destroyed chef.
Oh.
Wow. You two have a point of inspiration.
You went down fighting, but that pasta strainer is spotless. Sorry, bro.
It's fine. So, I think Rune. What did she do? She kind of like you hear her like just stop for a second,
What
and
now?
then she looks down and then kind of like looks back up. Just kind of goes. Nothing that is worth dwelling on.
Just
It
for
is a-
information's sake?
Just a lot of empty bottles. And then just walks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
Is there an alcoholic? Or?
No, he's still here. We're talking about. we're talking about the blue guy.
Oh, the blob fellow.
Yes, the plasmoid.
I'm not very good with terms.
He used to play the bottles beautifully. He still does.
Still
just not
does.
with us.
Just also, he used to as well.
Yeah. He used to play them beautifully for us.
Well,
Until he got annoyed after I emptied
He's-
some more bottles.
I think it's this way instead.
Yeah.
That way.
I do.
You know
It's like, do you want your own card or do you want a different one?
You're suddenly enveloped by a faint, sickly, sweet aroma. Following the scent, you find broken vials and the tattered remnants of orange plants, releasing a mist that settles on the forest floor. Nearby, gas masks lie in various states of decay, their once sturdy fabric now broken and crumbling. No idea, actually. Whoever this guy was. Very, very cautious. Wore their personal protective equipment.
Might be one of the other ones, I guess.
One of the other Waybringers. Did you recall any of them having a gas mask?
Ooh.
The one with the jar? The fellow with the... Oh, the orange.
The orange, yeah.
Yes.
With the weird plant.
I'm going to take some samples. This one is not nearly as emotionally impactful. I'm no longer confronting mortality on that one. Yay! Carry on!
But some versions of us saw this person as a friend.
Yes, but they were, as I'm reliably informed by my good friend Vex's, inferior versions of me who were subject to the laws of mortality. Give me this, okay? I just need it.
I don't think it's healthy. You need to speak to your sister.
I was so hoping you were going to say that. Quite good, 15.
You cough a little bit as you disturb the first one, but
Yeah.
you inhale enough to make any difference.
Delwyn spores, I'm just going to call them. Brilliant.
Goon.
If you want to take the crown, you're more than welcome to take the crown.
Yeah, let's go crown.
I did think that might have been good because of the crown.
So in a small glade you spot a collection of battered helmets, each marked by the scars of battle. Some are dented and cracked, while others have small unsettling holes in their crowns.
Ah.
Would this be me?
Are they the helmets that have been crunched into your spider things?
Oh. Yeah, he's not.
I believe
Why?
you, in your backstory, you mentioned you carry a helmet with you that...
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Do
Yep.
you say
Yeah.
anything?
I don't think it clicks at first. I think because he's expecting to either find the spider thing or his corpse. So yeah, he's called people over.
And he's like, "What is this?" He says as he's got a helmet with that exact helmet strapped to his waist.
Yeah. I entirely forgot that section. My bad. A
thought occurs.
Those holes look like they were punctured from the inside out.
Definitely not. Wouldn't worry about it.
She's probably shot in the head.
Yes. From the inside out, the perfect crime.
An ice bullet.
Made of one's own blood. And from a gun made of one's own blood. A thought occurs. Rune. The version of yourself that you saw.
Yes.
Sorry to bring it up again, but
It's fine.
do you believe that to be what would happen to your body after death?
Well, I didn't know I'd turn into ropes. So no?
Okay.
That's news to
I'm
me.
concerned we've only seen one body. Where are the others?
You can't see the threads most of the time.
No.
Oh, do you see threads?
When I'm...
Fred's in the room with you right now.
So the spider will be on Rune's shoulder. This little thing.
Yeah.
And it kind of slowly just she kind of wills it into its more like threaded form, and it kind of like becomes threads,
Untangles,
and then back into thing. It's kind of a manifestation of the touched thing,
Yes.
and that's how I make these, and the knives appear.
But why was your body relatively untouched or unmoved? Because we've seen... What kind of creature piles up?
I'm concerned that all of our iterations are leaving things here and then going away. The bottles are...
Well, we're assuming that we all
Yes.
died here, as opposed to...
Well, I definitely died
Each
here.
one of us wouldn't have died many times in the same spot.
No, what I'm suggesting is, what if this is like a shore, and this is the debris that's washing up.
Oh, this is what happens if we fail to deal with the wave, and it kind of pushes everything
But,
here.
yeah, like.
But then why are they all collected in the same spot? Something's moving them.
Is it like a graduated sieve? Where things of a certain epistemological volume and mass end
I
up in the
have
same
stuff.
place?
I have a dress. I have knives. I have grenade. Why my corpse? I have my journal
Yes.
diary
Well-
thing.
I don't want to sound crass, but maybe that version of yourself hadn't been found by whatever's collecting and
It was
piling them together.
Hours long. You could
fresh
be
to-
right.
Oh.
Yeah,
The collector hasn't come.
yeah.
Oh.
There could be. I mean, this island, while small, is still several miles. There could be another section of the island where we will find a pile of you in some format,
Or a part of all of the rest of us.
or
Oh, it's like
Yes.
putting like here's all the Ido chairs and here's all the gym axes
I mean,
swords.
maybe there's a giant web or something.
Rax Force Ballista. I shall be no one's Pokedex completion. Sorry, it's a thing from Uth.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Should we maybe crack on then?
Yes.
See about rescuing this dark soul in the mirror?
Yes.
Yes. Should.
Yes, I will stamp on the helmets that have got holes in them, just in case there's something underneath.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Would you like to borrow my flamethrower?
Yes.
Hand over my flamethrower.
Do I like when there's the hole, like a hole, like somebody drilled into it?
That's very optimistic.
Stab? Like a proboscis.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that's come along and gone in, or if there was something that's dug its way out.
Oh.
Head crab style.
Could be either.
Regardless, be upon your lookout.
Yes.
There's one left.
Don't worry, that one's only imaginary.
Well, I've not got the root of the problem yet.
Oh!
You stumble upon a spherical orb robot, half buried under a blanket of fallen leaves and tangled vines. The orb is covered in deep dents, scratches and scorch marks, evidence of a violent firefight.
What's the number?
-1.
Oh, it's another one of them.
This is the same -1 that we have powered down on our ship from a different reality. So this is a different realities probe. So this can't have been... Sorry, I should be saying this in character voice. This can't have been created in response to our aggression on the station because this already existed
Oh, that's a
Before.
good noise. Yeah.
before, knowing that was... Because we know that the first time we decided to go Mano E Insecto E Hippo E Changelingo Computero.
But this one now.
Even though it's destroyed, are there still remnants of the power core? Specifically, I'm not looking to resurrect it. I want to compare the serial number on that to the
The
power
one we've
core
got
that
in my
you're
bag.
carrying. Are they an exact match?
No.
How long is... So this is covered in vines and bits and pieces, and so it's been here for a while.
At least sometime.
Alright, so...
It's difficult because there's -1. You don't know at what order it's been manufactured.
Whether there was a linear progression of -1, -2.
Yeah, well, the fact that it's gone -1, presumably they didn't originally need it. They started with 0 or 1. and then
All of them are their numbers are not for manufacturing order, they're for event order.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If you've deployed a probe for event 1 and actually you need something for an event before that, you'd then have to start working backwards.
But if all of this stuff happens, if this place is outside time, outside causality, outside whatever, and it's all just outside of the new numbering system, then perhaps everything that gets sent here is -1. Perhaps every probe that came off the bottom of the ship, that came off the bottom of our ship, was
Also
-1.
-1.
I presume that. And they said it had firepower to... Because there was, what, dozens of probes coming off of here? So whoever was here was strong enough to fight off a dozen or so probes. And we also brought them here.
We brought them here every time.
Not every time.
Why not?
We only made it to that station 5 times.
They could have come from elsewhere.
They could have come from elsewhere.
Yes, as long as we come here. So they could have...
As long as we go to any station before...
So maybe they were sitting in the...
Maybe they didn't even get to us on the station. They had been hiding on the bottom of the ship like barnacles.
And maybe they're on every single Wavebringer ship or every single
Yes.
spaceship, and it's one of them is eventually drawn here, whether they hold Wavebringers or not. The probes themselves decided. Although you'd think they'd be noticed by others.
Well...
Shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
May as well. Keep going.
Now would be the time for a stealth check.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to use the point of inspiration I got
By all means.
to reroll that natural fucking one on the good die. Oh, that's much better.
I finally rolled decently.
Ooh.
Total of 19.
Excellent.
24.
Excellent.
Do our bracelets work?
No.
In that case,
23.
And for Goon, they've never worked.
Because you've never been in a station...
no, I got one in the previous. This is the first time I'm attempting to use the bracelet.
But it doesn't work there.
But there's been no probability associated with it because you've never been in there while... We've never been in a place that we have been before.
Your bracelet might be weird as well because you got your bracelet in a timeline where it might not ever work.
Okay, well, this is the first time I've tried to use it, so I don't know if it's just here or whether it's busted.
Yeah.
So if I use a point of inspiration and I'm rolling at disadvantage, I get to re-roll one of the die.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so one is a 2.
Well, actually, you get to roll that die and then pick if you choose that new one or.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I currently have a 2 and a 17, so
I would reroll the 2.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just me.
brings it up to 10. Is my.
I believe inspiration means that you can choose any of those dice.
That'll be DM's discretion.
Pick any of them.
Even though I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Yep.
That's the power of spending inspiration.
Oh, and
I think that came up recently in something.
in that case, can I
Yeah,
pick the
it's really
17 that I rolled
Yeah.
for a total of 19 then? Okay, cool. Lovely.
Cool. I'm not trying to punish you in this moment. Not yet.
There it is.
The woods get thinner and thinner and thinner until you enter a large, expansive opening. Ahead of you rests a small hill surrounded by hedges and pathways. You spot further piles of items that you've been sorted and thrown into heaps. At the top rests an old fort of some kind, its walls and structure clearly having succumbed to damage and erosion, and now only the foundations remain. That said, you can clearly see signs of activity, a small fire actively burning away, next to which you spot a metallic chair. If you hold back, you spot eventually a hooded figure who's clutching a sword under one arm, a helmet carrying the other one. He walks his way down the hill, chucks it into respective piles before walking back up to the fort.
That just gets into a sprinter's crouch.
So when you say metal chair, as in metal wheelchair?
Metal helmet
Oh,
and
okay.
a sword.
Oh, I thought you said there was
You-
also
you
a
said
chair.
metal
The chair by
Oh,
the fire is a metal chair.
The
but
chair by the fire is a
is it like a throne-like chair or just like a foldy camping
Roll
chair?
a perception check.
I'd love to.
I know what
22.
it is.
Natural 20.
It is a coronifer chair.
Ooh, got a match.
Yeah, we need to move the paper off.
So, I want to. Rune wants to sneak up and get as close to this
I
person.
would also like to try and sneak actively.
Before we move,
Same.
are there other remnants of probes about?
Yep.
And does it look like the most intense fighting happened here?
Yes.
This guy's been kicking their ass.
And -1, like, I think this is a problem that the Gronifer people have inadvertently created.
Maybe. But
to see who that
I'm
fortune
curious about this man who's kicking the probe's asses, maybe. So I want to sneak around and try and get as close to that chair and maybe like him.
Is that the Coronifer chair?
I will.
So you can see wheelchairs
Can
here.
you see this ping?
I can see that ping.
That
That's
is
where the
where the
chair
chair is.
Let's sneak around to that way. So maybe like this way.
I will go try and flank with Rune. Go the other way, the other direction.
Okay, in that
Second,
case-
just checking something. Okay.
Which way do you want to go, Vaxis?
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Nice.
Because if you're going, like me and Vaxis will split up. So we'll either go Rune or...
I'll go with Rune.
Okay, in that case I'll follow you, please.
So Vaxis comes this way. And then these two sneak this way, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the swords.
You were so lucky we went the other way. Cool.
Can we see any more of the figure?
Can you see him from there? Can you see a token?
I can see part of a token.
You see a young, vibrant, and youthful Eladrin
Yeah.
wearing a cloak.
Oh.
Yeah.
I recognise that picture.
Picture. Oh,
There you go. If you...
yeah.
This is the one I've recognized.
No. Should we try attempt to sneak a little closer?
Yes. I'm curious to see how he fared against so many of them. And then it's just.
Is he the one who's been killing people, or is he the one who's just
Yes,
been
this-
tidying up?
Well, is this the
Well, he
jailer
might be-
or is this the prisoner?
He might be killing the probes. I don't know. But only we won't know until we find out. So maybe just asking the questions easier than doing anything else. I don't want to scare him.
What's that thing over there?
What is that thing?
At the far bottom right of
There's a
the map.
circular
It is
thing.
an ornate mirror placed on a circular stand.
Oh, is that where we saw the... Can I go up? Can I sneak up to that and have a little look in?
Does this guy
So we don't
in the... does this guy look like... Does his profile match that of the...
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that's like his shadow or his reflection in the.
If you look in the mirror, you see a shadowy figure. He's like,
So,
You
Points
guys are
behind
there,
you.
I-
so I'm.
Okay,
And I'll look at the mirror and go like,
ah,
talk. Chat to him.
okay.
And I.
Yeah.
And so we're
Share that with
kind of
these guys?
going around these
Yeah.
guys. Oh yeah, because you can
Yeah.
telepathically do that.
Do we want to go, like, sneak around this way?
Eidos is
Actually,
to
it looks,
talk.
oh no, it looks like is it raised? Is it like a fortification kind of type thing?
Eidos just says to talk to him.
Yeah.
Specifically, the mirror says just to talk to him.
Oh,
Do you guys want to stay hidden? I can walk up there and say hi.
can you get
Yeah, but
murdered?
can we get closer first?
I can go through walls.
Yeah, so you're back up.
No.
Yeah.
I'll go and talk to him.
Yeah, but can you move us like
So
towards the
I
edge of
go
the
up.
path?
I want to go up. Let me go by myself. That way he's not scared. I'll go up down the pathway and then very
Which one were the boxes?
obviously.
I'm trying to think. Those storage boxes. Which ones were those?
The ones with the X-Men symbol.
Yeah.
They do have a bit of.
Like because the other things that we've seen have been from what we've come across before: the pile of wheelchairs, the swords, the smoky mirror. I'm trying to remember which one the crate was, or if that's new.
That's not anyone.
There wasn't anything from any of these.
Yeah. What
So-
are the crates?
they look like Coronifer standard storage
So
boxes.
I will loudly hello.
And you can see him, as you get closer, have a pile of index cards. And he's straight up, "Hello, Rune, come on! Come on up!"
Okay.
Can I follow?
So I start walking forward.
Are you actually walking?
I walk
yeah.
to the end of that bridge. That
Yeah.
feels like where safe zone stops.
If you've invited Rune in, then I'll also then walk up the pathway and
I think
I thought we
Rune,
were
like
all-
Rune behind just kind of goes. No, yeah.
up. Okay.
You know, Vax has stayed
He's-
behind in stealth.
Be cool. Be cool. Everyone be cool.
Hello, Hello, Rune.
I don't know you.
Ah, but I know you. Where's your friends? There's Vaxis around. He's gonna chop me, isn't he?
No.
Yes. He's not.
No.
He's dead.
No.
Oh.
No. Who are you, and what is happening here? I'm very confused.
And he just looks at him. I am Fenwick! Courtier to the Fey Wilds, to the Eladrin Court, to the Summer Court, and to the occasional fucking Lucius Bart. I am a entertainer, and today I will be your fellow combattee. I will be your brother in arms.
Quick question.
Oh.
Does he have a big head wound right now?
No, he doesn't.
He hasn't bounced off of a bubble yet.
Or he already has, but it happened a while ago.
Yeah.
Alright. Titles aside and all of that other things you said, what do you mean combatant? Are we going to fight something?
Absolutely.
Why?
They're trying to kill me. So
Why?
naturally you as inherently good people come to my aid. You've heard the call. You're going to fight some robots and we're all going to get out of here.
I look around at the graveyard. It hasn't gone well.
There are some casualties, I understand, but it's fine. I'm sure this one you will all make it out alive.
Ask him how many times we failed.
How many times have we failed?
Oh, I mean, after the first 100,000, you kind of forget.
That's a concerning number.
I have a question.
Hi.
No,
No.
out of character. Does he happen to have Goon's crystal that allows him to eavesdrop on telepathic communications? Okay, cool.
Right. But the probes came here. They launched their attack.
Oh, they'll come again.
Oh no. They were fighting us.
But we...
The reason why everything was on fire was me!
Every day is the same. I fight, you fight, you
But
die,
why
I
have-
die. And then it resets. And we're back at the beginning.
You never get off.
No. I've never made it out of you guys mostly do. So 50%? I think that's fair. 60%.
You've been stuck. How long have you been stuck? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Nope.
Now, come on, who is it today? Is it Darwin?
Don't
Like he's edgy. I like him.
I don't know who that is.
Oh. Jex.
Nope. He's back on. He became a chef. He's cooking.
Okay. Is there an Ido?
What happens if it's just me? Is that a...
Kind of drops his cards. And,
Oh shit!
no, I don't think that's happened before. You okay?
I'm fine. I didn't like the fact that my corpse was out over there somewhere.
Oh, did I miss one?
Jesus.
Yes.
I'm so, you weren't supposed to see that. You have a tendency of it's very unpleasant. Why do you do that?
Because of what I am, I guess.
Okay.
Like the bits that I'm made of.
Oh, you're the etheric corruption. Oh, okay. I mean,
No. A god touched me directly.
oh, which one?
Is this?
Oh, that's interesting.
Goddess of Fate. She has 3 faces sometimes.
Oh, normally it's the wish granter. Occasionally it's Slayer. It's just this interesting. Let me get some pen starts jotting down some notes on the card.
I did have an interaction with the wish granter briefly. Come to think of it.
Normally you can tell by the colour of the thread.
There was black, red.
Black would be the corruption, or the void, or yes. Which one?
Red is the fate one.
No, the red is the wish granter.
Oh. Then who is this? But I've been talking to Istis.
Oh,
There is a gold.
that's a mystery for another time.
Alright. That's a concerning...
I'll take a note of it though. Maybe next time you have more information.
Alright. So you don't get off at this place?
No.
Do you want off?
I would love to.
Okay. Well, we just need to make sure you live and then we'll take you on the ship and you can leave.
Promise?
Unless you try and stab me, sure.
I will not attack you.
You better not.
Okay.
And if you'll notice, I have...
It's been slowly moving up. That's lovely.
Yeah, just behind him. Put a hand on his shoulder. Yeah, you
may-
better not.
I may have fibbed a bit. He's did a thing I should have. I'm sorry. I'm here with Vaxis, Ido, and Goon.
Ah!
Hello, and I'll emerge round the corner.
Come one, come all. Hello, Vaxis.
Hi, I take it we're old friends.
We are!
How long before the robots show up?
Normally there's a sign. I mean, sometimes it's you showing up, sometimes it's your ship, sometimes it's weird metallic ship, sometimes it's the spider ship, sometimes it's the Star Moth.
Sorry,
That one.
sorry.
Oh,
The spider
HMS
ship.
Dr.
The head
Adonantis
crabs.
James MD.
Yes, that's been here. It's rare, but it's come here sometimes too.
A stone beholder ship.
Yes, once, yes.
Oh, we've got that going.
I mean, it's not the people flying the ships, it's the probes that are attached to them, so they get it right however they can.
I have a
Why do
question.
they want to kill you?
Have they indicated what their goal is?
So they seem intent on killing me.
You specifically?
Yes, I know, right? Who would want to kill me?
So I have two questions. Firstly, because I believe Rune here offered you a lift off if we survive.
Yes, that would be
And
lovely.
we saw a version of our ship leaving. So why didn't our versions of ourselves offer you a ride
I
off?
mean, sometimes you're too traumatized by the death of your friends. Other times you're too scared of what I can do.
What can you do?
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Follow-up
what it's-
question.
Yeah.
Yep. I have three questions now. So how did you get here?
I was playing a game. Pulled a card, and it fucking sent me here.
Oh.
Now,
Maybe you shouldn't have played that game if that was one of the
well,
outcomes.
this other. He made me pull the card out of this deck.
Who made you?
Fucking Lucius.
Lucius.
Yes.
Who's Lucius?
I've heard
He's
that
an
his
elf
shoes are
and-
immaculate.
He likes to think they are, but they're fucking not.
Okay. And third question now, what is it that you can do that drives away all of the other versions of ourselves?
You have to ask the machines that. I don't know. I'm just here.
No. What is the thing that you can do that scares the shit out of the other versions?
The other versions of us.
Oh, I mean, I have met you 1,000 times. I might know a thing or two about you, where you're going.
I see.
Oh.
So
I blew up a spaceship and made gods, so I'm okay with most things these
Hey
days.
gods!
yes, this time.
Did none of the runes tell you that?
I mean, that they met gods. They didn't say you met it. He made
Oh,
them.
none of them knew.
Oh God.
Did Rune ever find out what happened to her family?
Not in the ones that I've met.
No, that's immaterial. This is very important.
I can't even keep a fucking straight face.
I'm so sorry.
It's a bit.
It was very important.
Yes!
I was never a psychologist, was I?
I whisper into his ear, lie. If you want his help, lie.
No.
You choose to fail that
You're
insight roll.
going to roll an insight on me.
I'm feeling like leaning like a spider, like with all four limbs out of the chair now to really get a good look at him. 12.
6. Just the once, but you regretted it immediately.
Oh, that's right.
That's not you anyways. I don't know why you care.
Yeah. We're all unique. For example, I'm here without a sword, and look how many swords are here.
True.
So,
How many
do you-
times was he here without a sword?
Without a sword?
Yeah.
A few times.
Who are the
Mostly
others?
he has a sword, because he really likes the sword.
He doesn't like the sword.
Yes, you do.
Not this time.
This version.
Who are the others that have turned up? You said Delwyn.
Darwin, yes, he's a lovely chap. There's Jax.
Yeah.
He's a lovely fluid. He ripples quite a lot. I find that quite fun. Then
Did he ever play the bottles for you?
He did. Yes, ever so entertaining.
How many times did he complain about a kitchen?
It's non-fucking stop if I'm honest.
That is a universal constant. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
that's embarrassing,
I mean,
honestly.
you do it quite early. You do it in your training, so...
Vax is kicking the shit out of a kitchen as a Nexus being.
The Nexus. Fixed point.
And so, yes, the four of us.
There will be he will give you a name. I don't want to give you that name because it is a backup character of someone's.
Cool. Okay, that's. So, yeah.
I am happy for if it's mine. I'm happy to
Then reveal the name.
D.
D. I know. Yeah, I know as a player. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And there's another one that I'm not going to reveal. But that one will tell you a name, but
they'll tell me the name, but the name will not become relevant
not
for us.
correct.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know if this was story stuff that we had to get, or whether this was.
No, this is a.
What is the mirror?
That's I'm tied here. You see, my corporeal, whatever magic affected the card sent me here.
Right.
My, let's call it a soul, is tethered to these mirrors, and I can't physically leave until we destroy all the mirrors.
I'm gonna.
Wait, so we have to destroy the mirrors to get you out?
Well, hopefully, we'll take one review. I think that would be good.
well, why don't we just call our ship over? We load a mirror on.
Can I
and see
do
if
an
we can
insight
get on the
check?
ship.
Sure.
The absolute long con of this being this being Lucius doing a bit. No, sorry, Tommy doing a bit. That's more likely.
Insight. $23.
I think he's telling the truth.
It's just I'm very keen to get off this planet.
I am as well. I don't really
Yes.
like it.
I rather imagine that us saying "Shall we leave?" then is probably what triggers the drones to arrive.
But
Let's call the
Orderly.
Yes.
I don't think Audley can fly the ship. He can hold a steering wheel, but can't inject it with power.
How many times have we left without helping you? Have we just said, nah, turned around?
Oh, it's 100% success failure rate at the moment, but I'll convince you one of these times.
No, I mean, before the combat even starts. Like, at this point, how many times have we just said, you know what, you're on your own, turned around?
Oh no, you're good people. You help out.
Barely 30-40%.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I don't know.
the first couple of times when I was a bit of an ass.
You have to learn to speak nice to us.
Do you know why things keep resetting?
Reset is a. This place exists in a way that you guys keep coming back. The probes keep attacking. If I die, I will eventually come back through the mirror. It's kind of a reset. In terms of the physical space, that just gets worse and worse and worse. So.
How many times has one of us killed you?
It's a non-zero amount, but let's not dwell on that.
Uh-huh.
Delwyn.
Yes, he is rather edgy.
Right.
Oh, he seems kind of cool to me, this Delvin guy.
Hey,
We need to collect. So you need your mirror.
that would be good.
But then we need
How
to-
many mirrors? All
Yeah.
of them? One of them?
How many backups would you like?
How many probes turn up?
Oh, lots.
A Fermi approximation.
30?
Great.
And they come and just try and kill you.
Well, guilty by association, they try and attack you as well. You're here at this point, so...
Right.
Did we ever just stand aside and let them kill you? Or did they attack us just because we were here?
You know, once the battle starts, I try not to pay attention to whether you're going to attack. I just kind of try and,
Do you get killed by the probes each time?
Not every time. It's again, there's about a 50-50 chance that either the probes will kill me or I survive and you don't take me back. So.
But it's always been one of those things.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers. Right.
Okay, have the group has the same versions gone away and come back ever?
No.
It's a one-time thing.
I think you worry that if you go away and come back, then you'll enter a new loop and you'll have to fend off people again, and maybe another one of you will die.
What is that noise? Oh, I didn't hear the noise. Never mind.
What noise?
The noise we heard on the way in.
Oh, the dial-up sound. No, I didn't. I wouldn't have thought to have shared that. So.
Just wondering who's broadcasting it.
I will have been just continually casting Shillelagh because I'm expecting trouble. Just want to have to spend a bonus action to do it later on. Is there any method of making the space defensible, or does the place reset?
No.
So I would have thought that at some point I would have erected barricades or of some form. What's in these buildings?
How about this? This is kind of like a dumping ground, I guess. Bits of ship arrive here. Bits of.
Did you build the fort?
No, that was here when I got here.
So,
A weird question. Is it the fort that Lucius's patron's castle was?
Well, that would be a good. It is not.
Okay, fair. I wondered if that was where this was going, but yeah.
Is there anything more to explore in the castle? Like who built this previously, and what were they defending against?
At this point, there's too much rubble, and it is literally a
Just
few.
kicked to pieces.
Sorry, that was asked to Fenwick because he's been here considerably longer.
I'm not an archaeologist.
have you looked in any of the boxes over there? The ones with the
Oh yeah, there's torches. There's these weird things that give off some sparky light. I think it said flares or something on them.
Oh, not dynamite.
There's.
Those neural pathways really burned in deep honesty.
Puts a hand on your back. That one over there, and he points at a wooden crate full of healer's kits. I know, he's taken a few of those.
See, now I am interested.
Any smoke grenades?
No, I don't think so.
I've been thinking about getting some smoke grenades. Maybe
Where
see
did
if
those
the quartermaster has it.
crates come from? And where did the chair come from?
Oh, when the fighting dies down, I get a couple of hours, so I tidy up the place, look for anything useful that might help me next go round. Sometimes I find a nice comfy chair.
What do you do with all of our bodies?
And he points to the
yawning abyss?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I don't think we should be looking in the yawning abyss.
We might stare back.
Yeah.
Yes,
really will.
Hundreds of thousands of pairs of size.
That's what I was getting at. Yes.
Yeah.
I have potentially a radical plan that could avoid all combat and get you off. If we were to kill you, there's no you when the probes arrive. So, and then we gather up all the mirrors, and then because you come through the mirror, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if we put all the mirrors onto our ship, we wait for you to respawn on the ship, and assuming that works, we then take off.
I mean, I'm inclined to just do whatever the opposite of what these probes want every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying with a 50-50 survival chance, or after they've killed you, do you then come back and find their corpses?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a fight either way.
I don't know what you do after I die. Run, maybe you do help. Maybe you do help me more than I think, and you take the mirrors. And...
Do you find evidence of your own death?
I kind of fizzle out. I've never found a corpse.
But you've found, that's a patch of blood in the shape of me.
No.
Ha.
Don't even bleed.
I can.
In that moment.
I can envisage a world then where if we do undertake your plan and take him away and have him ready,
that then when you die a natural death in 800 years time, whatever is natural for an elf, you're surrounded by your family and you've had a long and rich life. It's been wonderful, and your eyes finally close for the last time, but everything goes black, and then you wake up again here.
Yeah. Could it be that we have indeed saved you 100% of the time that we've survived?
Oh God,
You've
that's
lived,
a thought, isn't
You've
it?
lived a full life and then woken back up on
Oh, I'm
this.
going to need a moment on that one.
Have you
Why
tried
are
looking
you
into the
breaking
abyss?
Because he did it to me
He
first.
didn't do it. Whatever sent him here did it. And it's not his fault. You can't break people. He bounced back
You
remarkably
see
quick.
the eye just twitching
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So
You know what I'm poking for here, right? You know what I'm going for.
So, have you at least been useful on your infinite time here? How many mirrors are there?
Oh, there's 10.
10.
Do we need to just get one onto the ship?
As far as I'm aware, it's never happened. So who
Can I
knows?
ask,
Why?
have you never thought to gather them up?
I don't get that. I get a few hours. Sometimes I just want to let them.
You get a few hours 100,000 times.
Yes, it's been a
Are you
while.
telling me you've never gotten around to it?
It
Good
goes
Lord.
very bad.
That is a level of
Corpses,
procrastination
doesn't it?
that honestly
That's
is
what you're doing.
Algernon
astoundingly
is jealous
respectful.
of- yeah.
You
I
could write a
don't.
paper about it.
Imagine. Do you remember how I reacted when I saw my corpse? Can you imagine you and Goon and Baxis all going through the same thing on their way here, and how they then would react to our friend here? That's why it takes him so long. He's cleaning up all the corpses, putting all the things away, making sure that it is as pleasant
Well, I'm
as
just
it
saying,
possibly
if he'd
can.
gathered all the mirrors at the
bonus.
I'm
landing,
frightened. I love this.
Why do you have the supposition that if you defeat all the probes, then we take you away, that it'll work? Is that just a feeling, or is that been communicated to you?
We need the reprieve from the probes, so that the only time to have that reprieve is if the probes killed, right?
So it is not so much that the.
I have so much time, and that time is 90%
But it's-
fighting, and then a couple
But
of
it's
hours.
not enough time for you to get safely to
'Cause
the
either-
ship
either-
without the probe showing up again.
Or you guys just fucking off and then leave. There's no ships here. There's bits of ship, but there's bits of.
Could I offer an alternate plan? And this might be slightly cheeky,
Mhm.
and I do kind of want to do the combat, so I
Mhm.
kind of don't want to suggest the plan. What? What if we put him in the bag of holding? So
And
he's
leg
not
it.
technically and leg it, because I can make us travel very fast.
either the probes still attack.
Have we ever tried that plan?
This is a date for firsts. No, I don't believe so. But
You have you can run exceptionally fast. Cool.
Pretty quick.
Your movement speed is 30.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
A little bit more.
That and we tend to be more melee focused, and the probes are projectile based. I'd much rather fight them in a dense forest than in what appears to be
Open.
an open killing square.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That
Do
is-
you call this the kill box? How many times have we called it the kill
oh,
box?
quite a lot of times.
Yeah.
And yet you wait here.
Most offensive. Number
Okay.
one, this is where you shy guys choose to come to use it. You
that's-
go, oh look, there's a fort over there. I'm going to go have a look. So that's the
Alright,
best
right,
place to
fair
meet
point.
you, and then
Yeah. Okay.
So there's some situations where you never meet us at all.
no.
How would he know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be Plan B. In the event that we don't die, I suggest you gather all of your mirrors and perhaps lay them in a line from the fort towards the landing. So as if people get to the fort, then your person will point them towards the landing zone. But hopefully we will land and you will be there, and we can pick you up and leave.
Flaw with that,
Yes.
we don't always land at the same point every time.
Yeah, no, but if you lay out a path after 100,000 times, I'm sure it'll eventually work.
That's true.
Or where the last iteration
Die
was last time. you said.
1,000 more times. Gotcha.
As I say, Plan
Hey,
B.
whatever you got to do to get out, right?
That's fair.
That's
So,
okay.
but I mean, yeah.
I should play that game.
So am I running with him as
So,
fast as I can?
what I can do is I can cast Long Strider to give you 10 extra feet of movement to give you, what,
40 plus
120
40.
feet of movement around
Yeah.
with Flight and Sanctuary. And we can all get in the bag of holding, and as long as you waft it every so often, we'll be fine.
If I have fly, that's 60 feet of movement times 3.
Yeah.
So 180.
No, I give you winged boots rather than.
Right.
So
which
it'd be
gives you-
flight
yeah,
equal to movement speed.
Okay.
And
Do you want
as you are coming up with this,
Yeah.
it is interrupted by a violent explosion in the nebulous sky above.
Well, shit.
The explosion
There goes
warps the
that
fabric
fly.
of space, twisting the stars overhead. Into the bubble from the astral sea, a large metallic spacecraft emerges, streaking through the distorted sky before crashing violently into the forest some distance to the north. The impact sends tremors through the ground, and a thick smoke pile billows into the sky.
Normal?
That's the start! Here we go!
That's what normally happens, though.
Okay.
Something happens. Normally, there's a ship arrives, and here comes the probes.
Okay.
Please roll initiative.
Yeah, and have we got enough time to leg it into the forest at least?
That is where we'll end it today.
Yeah.
Do you want initiatives into the chat?
Yes, please.
Oh god.
Fucking 8, really?
9!
This happens to you a lot with the initiatives.
Yeah.
You're currently second.
All we need now is for Brad to roll a 10 total.
I did not roll 10 total. I rolled much higher.
You rolled a 25.
20 something.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what.
That's fair. Just looking at like 11, 9 and 8, all we needed was a 10 to make it to pick a straight.
Oh. No.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, unless... What did Fenwick roll?
That's a fair point. It's a 6 plus 4. 6, 12.
Oh, okay.
I'll put that in.
That is where we'll end it.
Outstanding.